Chapter 857. 3 months passed in the blink of an eye. As soon as the white balls entered the huge rift, they opened up and formed time nodes. Along with flashes of light, infinity warlocks and powerhouses above them flew out from the floating continents occupied by the 6 warlock imperial courts. Once a warlock emperor rank powerhouse is provoked, even if the 6 warlock imperial courts join forces, they still won't be their opponent. At most, they will be able to injure them a little. Sitting in a large base in the light of eternity, Yang Feng looked at the other universe's base with enigmatic light in his eyes, and he issued an order. The black-armored warriors are extremely powerful. They are locked in battle with the starry sky rippers, and the casualty ratio between the two sides is almost 1-1. The giant hand full of eyes slammed into the magic barrier set up by the Time Monarch. Each time it slammed into the barrier, it collapsed and turned into dust. Shortly after, the powerhouses of the 6 warlock imperial courts, led by the 6 monarchs, appeared in front of the huge rift. Yang Feng looked at the weird insects with a dignified shade in his eyes. This is resource recovery. In other words, as long as the other universe has enough resources, they can become stronger and stronger. In a head-on battle, 10 Time Monarchs aren't the opponent of a great holy step powerhouse. But the time text is an Empyrean-grade secret method for no reason. It records a powerful sealing secret method. With the Time Monarch and dozens of infinity warlocks coupled with Time's secret treasures, even a great holy step powerhouse will find it difficult to break this sealing secret method. The Transcendent Monarch frowned slightly and fell into silence. Even if all the powerhouses of the 6 warlock dynasties join forces, coupled with their Empyrean-grade secret treasures, they can only contend against a warlock emperor rank powerhouse whose soul has decayed and power has been exhausted to the extreme, making it very difficult for them to act. Behind the Time Monarch, dozens of infinity warlocks recited incantations and pointed with a finger, and magic light entered the time nodes and strengthened their power. The Transcendent Monarch's eyes shimmered with enigmatic light, and he uttered unhurriedly, "That universe has warlock emperor rank powerhouses, and our universe also has warlock emperor rank geezers. Wouldn't it be better to open this rift and let the warlock emperor rank powerhouses on the other side come over and fight the other race powerhouses?" The Taboo Monarch stepped forward and led the Taboo Imperial Court's warlocks to set up a second seals. Waves of incomparably powerful energy came out from the crack and bombarded the seal, causing ripples to form on it. Without any hesitation, under Yang Feng's order, the most powerful elite legion under his command gathered, and the huge mechanical legion formed from countless 4th-generation battle robots flew towards the base of the other universe's powerhouses with the momentum of MT Tai. The powerhouses of the 6 warlock dynasties could only stay in front of the huge rift and reinforce the seal of the huge rift. In the center of the dust storm, the huge meteor with a diameter of 10 kilometers opened and revealed honeycomb-like holes. Warriors covered in black armor jumped out of the holes, opened their mouths, and absorbed the life magic energy of the light of eternity plane. The black-armored warriors turned around, ejected long blades from their hands, and suddenly rushed towards the starry sky rippers. With a flash of light, the Time Monarch's figure fluttered, and he disappeared. The Time Monarch looked at the huge rift and said unhurriedly, "This is a universe rift that connects 2 universes. We must seal this rift for the time being. Otherwise, the energy level of the other universe is much higher than that of our universe, and there are also warlock emperor rank powerhouses guarding it. Once they attack us without any scruples, we will be in danger." A voice full of confidence and bewitching intent came from the rift, and wisps of great holy step holy might spread from the rift. The 6 warlock dynasties have Empyrean-grade secret treasures and Holy Spirit warlocks. But even if they have Empyrean-grade secret treasures and Holy Spirit warlocks against a warlock emperor rank powerhouse, they will be defeated without any suspense. The fusion and devouring of the universes has begun. Countless white balls shone brightly and formed a time net with the time nodes as the center. The law of time? The Time Imperial Court's Time Monarch? The universe you belong to is destined to wither and become resources for the evolution of our universe. Time Monarch, you are a rare talent. Surrender. As long as you serve our universe, You may become an Empyrean step powerhouse in the future. Every Moonlight Warlock rank powerhouse of the Battle Demon sect took a fleet to conquer known Grade 6 planes and expand their forces in the astral boundary. Grade 6 planes and above generally have Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses or intermediate Divine Force rank gods guarding them. With the current strength of the Battle Demon sect, it will take a lot of effort to deal with them. Moreover, the Battle Demon sect has explored many Grade 6 planes and found that they have Infinity Warlock rank forces backing them. Once they attack a Grade 6 plane or above, it will be equivalent to breaking out in a fight to the death with a powerful force. As soon as the big hand covered in strange eyes entered the time node, it was as if it was constantly being eroded by the river of time. It suddenly aged and decayed, and countless strange eyes withered and turned into ashes. As soon as the strange insects flew onto the battlefield, they absorbed the remains of the black-armored warrior and then flew towards the hive. A huge hand condensed from magic and covered in countless strange eyes suddenly came out of the depths of the rift. With wisps of terrifying holy might, it fiercely grabbed towards the Time King. The Tsangji plane is the only super grade 1 plane that human warlocks have discovered so far. It is a powerful plane that has given birth to eternal sovereigns and the 8 warlock emperors. It began to awaken slowly, and life magic energy pervaded the air. Under the influence of the plane's origin will, the various hidden treasures began to reveal their traces due to some coincidences. The taboo monarch uttered coldly, "Those warlock emperor rank powerhouses have awakened, but our lord has yet to return. If they order us to submit, then should we perish together, or submit to them?" A huge rift suddenly appeared outside the starry sky of the heart of Eternity Plane, and a pitch-black meteor with a diameter of 10 kilometers suddenly flew out of the rift and fell towards the heart of Eternity Plane. Along with a loud noise, the black meteor fell into a forest in the heart of Eternity Plane, exploded, and set off a terrifying storm. The Time Monarch uttered decisively, "Thank you for your kindness, but I have decided to live or die with the universe I was born in." After the fierce battle lasted for a quarter of an hour, the 3,000 starry sky rippers were wiped out, and 4,000 plus black-armored warriors were slain. After the Tsangji plane absorbed the little bit of crystal light, the entire plane was filled with powerful life magic energy, and its energy rank increased almost all the time. Let's begin. Looking at the huge rift that suddenly appeared in the starry sky, mysterious runes appeared in the Star Monarch's eyes, and a dignified look appeared on her pretty face. Her figure fluttered, and she flew out of the Star Imperial Court and flew towards the huge rift. The engines of 3,000 starry sky rippers roared, and they suddenly flew out of a nearby warp gate and shot towards the black-armored warriors like meteors. Boom, boom. Some ancient warlock emperor rank powerhouses have survived until the modern era in this way. As if attracted, more than 50% of the crystal light fell into the Tsangji plane. Boom. After the crystal light disappeared, a huge rift appeared in the starry sky of the Tsangji plane, the Feisua plane, the heart of Eternity plane, and other planes. The Time Monarch silently recited an incantation and pointed with a finger, and white secret treasures flew out of his hand and flew towards the huge rift. Under the impact of the terrifying force, the huge rift cracked open bit by bit, and the rift grew bigger and bigger. After the Time Monarch set up a magic barrier, he immediately stepped aside. These soldier-grade warriors have great warlock rank life force fields, and they're still slowly improving. Are they analyzing the laws of this universe? The great saint-level expert's cold and gloomy voice came out from the huge crack. "Humph, stubborn native monkey. Sure enough, killing you all is the right choice. Without becoming an eternal sovereign, even if it is a warlock emperor rank powerhouse, their soul will decay under the scouring of time, and they will eventually die." Suddenly, the sound of eggshells shattering rang in the universe. As if something has broken, crystal-like light shattered and turned into specks of light that scattered towards the various planes of the universe. The Time Monarch looked at the huge rift in the sky with a dignified look in his eyes and whispered, "The Great Tribulation has officially begun. I wonder how many people can survive the Great Tribulation this time." However, Warlock Emperor rank powerhouses have heaven-defying means. If they really don't want to die, They can use taboo stones to seal themselves and use all kinds of weird methods to avoid the scouring of time and live until the modern era. After the fierce battle, a large number of strange flying insects the size of cows and goats with mouthparts and huge bellies flew out from the hive. The Transcendent Monarch, the Death Monarch, the Star Monarch, and the Magic Note Monarch led the warlocks of the various warlock dynasties to use secret treasures to set up layers of seals on the huge rift. Chapter 858. A Star Destroyer Battlestar appeared in the void, and a beam from its artillery capable of slaying Bright World warlocks barreled towards the other universe's base like a divine punishment. The other universe's beehive-like base suddenly flashed, and countless black plates flew out and formed a huge black shell. When the Star Destroyer artillery's beam slammed into the black shell, it was distorted by a strange force and slammed into the ground, blasting open a huge hole in the ground, and countless gravel splashed. When the terrifying shock wave hit the other universe's base, it couldn't harm the other universe's base in the slightest. Yang Feng's eyes flashed gravely. 90% of the power has been neutralized. Only 10% of the power has been absorbed. As expected of a universe with a higher energy level than this universe. According to Yang Feng's analysis from the data of the Shizu, the energy level of the universe where the Shizu and the world of warlocks were originally about the same, even half a level lower. However, the energy level of the universe that is about to merge with the world of warlocks is much higher than that of the world of warlocks. The upper limit of power that a high-energy level universe can hold is much higher than that of a low-energy level universe. Generally speaking, the level of civilizations bred by a high-energy level universe is much higher than that of a low-energy level universe. The reason why the fusion of a high-level universe and the universe of the world of warlocks is a great calamity for the life forms of this universe is that the other party is extremely tyrannical and despair-inducing. A moment of carelessness, and all life forms of the world of warlocks will become slaves of the higher civilization of the other universe. The life forms of the two universes are now in a state of irreconcilable enmity. Only when one side kills the other side's powerhouses and completely dominates the other side can the fusion be realized. An infinity warlock like Yang Feng already belongs to the upper echelon of the world of warlocks. Even if he wants to rely on the life forms of the other universe, he will most likely be killed by the other party and become resources for the other universe's advancement. In the void, a blazing sun battlestar slowly emerged, its artillery flashed, and a beam capable of slaying an infinity warlock slammed into the beehive-like base. Layers of strange black light appeared above the beehive-like base, filled with a strange, smooth, distorted force field. The beam from the blazing sun battlestar's main artillery pierced through the warping force field, tore apart a layer of the base's black armor, and then blasted into the ground and blasted open a bottomless hole. The power of the main cannons of the Scorching Sun interstellar warships can destroy a small part of the defense of this base. However, according to the defense of this base, over 10 Scorching Sun interstellar warships will be required to destroy such a base within a short period of time. Yang Feng stared at the base covered in a black carapace in the distance, and his eyes shimmered with dignity. Black blood vessel-like tubular objects ejected from the damaged part of the base covered by the black carapace, intertwined, and shone with black light and formed a new black carapace. Yang Feng inhaled a mouthful of cold air. Amazing, such a strong self-healing ability. This kind of enemy is indeed troublesome. The energy level of the plane where the light of eternity plane is located isn't low, nor is it high. The rift that appeared in the starry sky of the light of eternity plane isn't big. As such, the existence that flew out of the rift naturally isn't a fierce character in the other universe. For such an enemy to be able to withstand the bombardment of the blazing sun battlestar's main artillery is simply terrifying. With a thought from Yang Feng, a starfield battlestar in the shape of a pyramid appeared in the void. An incomparably resplendent beam of light descended from the sky and blasted towards the black beehive. In an instant, it pierced through the layer of strange, smooth, and distorted force field outside the beehive and blasted into the black beehive. The black beehive was swallowed by the beam of light in an instant and exploded, and countless fragments sputtered in all directions. Black rays of light flew out of the black beehive and flew towards the starfield battlestar. The black rays of light are soldiers with black wings on the back, covered in black armor, and wielding pike-like pikes. Moonlight Warlock rank fluctuations of power diffused from the soldiers in black armor. Yang Feng looked at the black-armored soldiers and narrowed his eyes. Moonlight Warlock rank powerhouses, they are soldiers. They are the soldiers of the black beehive. The ones I saw before were just sappers. Once they entered the Moonlight Warlock realm, they were transcendents. In the universe of the world of warlocks, Moonlight Warlocks were already transcendent rank powerhouses with a lofty status. They were the backbone of the major forces. The birth of a Moonlight Warlock was a major event for a warlock group. The number of black-armored soldiers flying out of the Black Beehive was more than 100,000. 100,000 Moonlight Warlocks, this tremendous force was simply terrifying. Even the Battle Demon Sect's Moonlight Warlocks added together didn't exceed 5,000. Among the 100,000 black-armored soldiers, there were also 5,000 strange soldiers in green armor, who exuded glorious Sun Warlock rank fluctuations of power. Among them, 300 soldiers in silver armor exuded bright World Warlock rank fluctuations of power. Among the 300 silver-armored powerhouses, there were 20 existences covered in gold armor exuding Infinity Warlock rank fluctuations of power. When the power of the Black Beehive erupted, even someone as strong as Yang Feng was shocked. Before Yang Feng entered the core world, the power of the Black Beehive was enough to make him suffer a great deal. In the void, a huge fleet consisting of 1-star sector-level battlestar, 6 blazing sun battlestars, 24 star destroyer battlestars, 20 aircraft carriers, and 365 frigates appeared. The huge fleet shone brightly, and countless energy beams barreled towards the hive soldiers like a tide. Under the bombardment of the dense net of light beams, black-armored soldiers and green-armored soldiers were blown up from time to time. The 20 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses covered in gold armor were enveloped in a gold force field. When the countless energy beams slammed into the gold force field, they were distorted, unable to harm the 20 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses. The doors of the warships opened, and a swarm of 4th-generation battle robots rushed towards the other universe's soldiers like a tide. The huge mechanical torrent collided with the other universe's powerful legion. Boom, boom, boom. The sound of huge explosions rang incessantly. When a large number of 4th-generation battle robots came into contact with the other universe's black-armored soldiers, they were destroyed and turned into fireworks that fell to the ground. However, the 4th-generation battle robots under Yang Feng's command number in the hundreds of millions, and they are fearless and ferocious. Under the command of the 20 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses in gold armor, the other universe's powerhouses pierced through one defensive line after another. But there are still many powerhouses who died under the siege of the Mechanical Legion. The components of the Type 2 Undyings that were destroyed flew back one by one and automatically repaired themselves. Then, they immediately threw themselves into battle like monsters that couldn't be killed. It's time. Do it. When Yang Feng saw the other universe's powerful legion pierce through the defensive line formed by 24th-generation battle robots, he ordered coldly. A huge group of 1 million 5th-generation primary battle robots, consisting of brilliant star hunters, dazzling light entities, and brilliant envoys, suddenly appeared. Led by the 3 supreme Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses Agnipe, Nerissa, and Beskia, as well as the Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses Yu Yen, Yu Tianling, Alexia, and Sibas, they rushed towards the other universe's legion. After being baptized by the artillery fire of the fleet and besieged by the 4th-generation Mechanical Legion, the strength of the other universe's legion has been reduced by about 20%. When the 3 supreme Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses Agnipe, Nerissa, and Beskia attacked, 3 fallen angel swords slashed 3 junior Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses and insta-killed them. The other universe's Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses immediately formed 3 groups of 3 and fought fiercely with Agnipe and the other 2 supreme Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses. None of the other universe's Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses is an opponent of Agnipe. But after the 3 of them joined forces, they formed a strange resonance, and their strength increased sharply. Each of them is equivalent to superimposing the power of the other two, and they forcibly blocked a supreme Infinity Warlock rank powerhouse like Agnipe. The other universe's Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses also formed a formation of three and fought fiercely with Yu Yen and the other Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses, and they vaguely gained the upper hand. However, when the huge 5th-generation battle robots composed of brilliant star hunters, dazzling light units, and brilliant light emissaries charged into the other universe's legion, the other universe's legion suffered heavy casualties under the siege of the Mechanical Legion. The brilliant star hunter moved like a ghost. One after another, afterimages flickered, and the black-armored warriors were chopped into countless pieces. Illuminated by the light controlled by the brilliant light emissaries, the fragments were purified and turned into ashes. The dazzling light bodies frantically slashed at the silver-armored warriors of the Otherverse, chopping them in two in a suicidal manner before they could react. Chapter 859. Caught off guard, more than 70 of the 300 Bright World Warlock rank silver-armored powerhouses were killed at once. Before they could repair themselves, the glorious emissaries' light of purification slammed into their corpses and purified them. Countless hidden mistwalkers suddenly turned into mist, and an endless mist enveloped the battlefield, blocking the communication and perception of the other universe's warriors. The mist of the mistwalkers is still eroding the power of the other universe's warriors. Inside the mist, the perception of the other universe's powerhouses is deprived, and their strength drops by a notch. Inside the mist, under the guidance of optical computers, brilliant star hunters appear and disappear mysteriously and slay the other universe's warriors. The 100,000 Moonlight Warlock rank powerhouses who luckily escaped from the hive have suffered heavy casualties, with a large number of powerhouses dying at every moment. Retreat! The complexion of the supreme Infinity Warlock rank powerhouse covered in glittering gold armor flickered, and he roared. Although the other universe's powerhouse spoke the language of another universe, but thanks to the analysis of the Level 5 optical computer, the meaning of the word was easily parsed. Warlocks have all kinds of strange means. One of them is called alien language analysis. As long as you cast this spell, you can parse any alien language you don't understand. Only some alien languages full of mysterious law power cannot be parsed by this spell. Since the language the other universe's powerhouse used doesn't contain any extraordinary power, it was naturally parsed by Yang Feng's Level 5 optical computer network in an instant. At the other universe powerhouse's command, rays of light shone, and the other universe legion's powerhouses dispersed. Displaying all kinds of strange powers, they turned invisible and disappeared. Suddenly, the gold armor of the 17 Infinity Warlock rank gold-armored powerhouses split open, and 17 figures flew out, twisted, blurred, and disappeared. Exuding Infinity Warlock rank power, the 17 gold armors fought with Agnipe and the other Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses, only slightly weaker than before. Yang Feng's eyebrows wrinkled slightly. Seeing that things aren't looking good, he immediately retreated. This kind of enemy is really troublesome. Yang Feng was most fond of enemies who fought to the death without retreating, who confronted him head-on and were ultimately killed by him. Those cunning enemies who ran away when they couldn't win were the most troublesome. The corners of Yang Feng's mouth rose slightly, revealing a trace of a smile. Unfortunately, you chose the wrong place to log in. If this was any other place, I wouldn't be able to do anything to you, but this is one of my lair. You actually dared to come to my lair. How can you leave alive? Yang Feng willed and issued an order. Start the Skynet. In the mountains, plains, deserts, and oceans of the Heart of Eternity world, strange radar-like machines extended out. From the countless radar-like machines, strange rays of light suddenly shot out in all directions. In an instant, the entire world of the Heart of Eternity was enveloped by that strange light. Enveloped by the strange light, the laws and power of the entire world of the Heart of Eternity were controlled and reconstructed by the strange light. This is the pinnacle Level 5 Skynet. The Level 5 Skynet can change the laws of heaven and earth in this area and extract all the power in this world for its own use. Originally, With the resources at Yang Feng's disposal, it was impossible to establish such a level 5 Skynet. However, after integrating the behemoth that is the Battle Demon Sect and using the huge amount of resources accumulated by the Battle Demon Sect, Yang Feng was able to establish level 5 Skynet in several key locations in one go. Strands of strange ripples spread out in all directions, and the already invisible Otherverse black-armored warriors suddenly appeared. The figures of brilliant star hunters and dazzling light units flickered and slayed the other universe black-armored warriors. As the strange ripples surged, green-armored warriors and silver-armored powerhouses appeared. The strange ripples set off by the Skynet wrapped around the Otherverse soldiers like ropes, making them feel as if they were carrying mountains on their backs, and their movements slowed down by several times. Hundreds of dazzling light units rushed towards the group of green-armored warriors and silver-armored powerhouses. Only by slaying Glorious Sun Warlock rank green-armored warriors and Bright World Warlock rank silver-armored powerhouses can the dazzling light units evolve rapidly. Slaying Moonlight Warlock rank black-armored warriors has little effect on the dazzling light units. Go to hell! Eyes shot with blood. A silver-armored Bright World Warlock rank powerhouse grasped a 20-meter-long silver scythe and brandished it, and countless silver blade rays slashed at the dazzling light bodies. The dazzling light units activated their energy shields. When the silver blade rays slashed through their energy shields, they slashed open huge holes in the outer armor of the dazzling light units. Rays of silver light flashed, and the dazzling light body quickly repaired itself at a speed visible to the naked eye. One dazzling light unit after another slammed into the scythe net formed by the silver-armored powerhouse's scythes. The dazzling light battle blades collided with the scythes and were blasted away. After the hundreds of dazzling light entities were knocked away, 8 dazzling light entities took advantage of the moment when the silver-armored powerhouse's power weakened. 2 dazzling light entities brandished their dazzling light battle blades to parry the attack of the silver-armored powerhouse, while the other 6 dazzling light entities took the opportunity to slash at the silver-armored powerhouse, severely injuring him. Under the frenzied siege of hundreds of dazzling light units, the silver-armored powerhouse was finally cut into countless pieces, and most of his power was absorbed by the dazzling light units. Besieged by the dazzling light units, the silver-armored powerhouse was killed by the dazzling light units. As soon as the black-armored warriors appeared, they were insta-killed by the brilliant star hunters. Through the analysis of the level 5 optical computer, Yang Feng quickly made a judgment. The strength of a dazzling light unit is equivalent to that of a green-armored warrior, while 100 dazzling light units are equivalent to that of a silver-armored powerhouse. Fortunately, I integrated the resources of the Battle Demon Sect. Otherwise, even if I could defeat the other universe's powerhouses, it would be difficult to wipe them out. Besides, I would have lost a lot of strength. The strength of each 5th-generation battle robot was comparable to that of a Glorious Dawn Warlock, which was equivalent to that of a Transcendent rank powerhouse. If any 5th-generation battle robot went to a Grade 7 plane or below, it could become an invincible existence and crush any resistance. If a 5th-generation battle robot went to Earth, it could suppress all the resistance of Earth's people. Despite how powerful the 5th-generation battle robots were, they required a huge amount of resources to build. If Yang Feng hadn't taken control of the Battle Demon Sect and mobilized countless resources from the Battle Demon Sect, he wouldn't have been able to manufacture 1 million 5th-generation battle robots in such a short period of time. From the Skynet system, a series of ripples were constantly activated. The ripples kept stacking up until they strangely stacked up to the 36th layer. The void twisted, and a 2-meter-tall man with a green rhombus crystal embedded in the forehead, a horn on the head, an extremely handsome man with purple hair exuding infinity warlock rank fluctuations of power suddenly appeared. As if there are ropes wrapped around the purple-haired man, he struggled frantically, but he couldn't break free. As soon as the purple-haired man appeared, 16 men and women with different hair colors, a horn on the head, and human-like bodies, but without the rhombus crystal embedded in the forehead, suddenly appeared. Each of them exuded Bright World Warlock rank life force. However, the Skynet is so powerful that it can even suppress Warlock Monarch rank powerhouses. As for these Infinity Warlocks and Bright World Warlocks, they can't resist the chains at all. Yang Feng's eyes flashed with a dignified shade, an infinity warlock and 16 bright world warlocks. This is the true strength of this nest. However, after equipping the gold armor, their strength can increase by a great realm. High energy level space civilizations are really extraordinary. The further one goes on the warlock path, the more difficult it becomes. In the Tsangji plane, even if a bright world warlock obtains a level 9 secret treasure, it is difficult for them to possess infinity warlock rank battle prowess. However, the other universe's bright world warlock rank powerhouses can use the power of the strange armor to easily break through the realm barrier and possess infinity warlock rank battle prowess. This is simply heaven-defying. The 7-color rose garden's garden master flew over from afar and pointed with a finger, and petals suddenly flew out, entered the other universe's powerhouses, and sealed them one by one. Ripples spread continuously, and the black-armored, green-armored, and silver-armored powerhouses were all taken out and locked. Then, they were besieged by 5th-generation battle robots. After a dazzling light unit slayed 5 silver-armored powerhouses, it suddenly trembled slightly, and a strange crystal appeared on its forehead. The dazzling light unit suddenly expanded, and countless runes appeared on the dazzling light unit, exuding a queer aura similar to that of an intelligent life form. When Yang Feng saw the scene, he showed a smile. It evolved. The first bright world warlock rank dazzling light unit, not bad. When it evolves to the infinity warlock rank, it can evolve into a primary dazzling ruler. Chapter 860. The Light of Eternity Plane. In the center of a large underground laboratory, there is a huge hive that was blasted apart by a starfield battlestar, with only half of it remaining. The door of the large underground laboratory suddenly opened, and Yang Feng's flesh golem avatar strode into the laboratory. After integrating the resources of the entire battle demon sect, Yang Feng obtained countless precious resources, and his flesh golem avatar possesses junior infinity warlock rank battle prowess. However, this kind of mechanical golem with junior infinity warlock rank battle prowess consumes too many resources. Yang Feng only built 2 before stopping. The hive is still alive. How surprising! When Yang Feng came to in front of the hive, he took a closer look and saw that the inside of the hive, which has been mostly broken, exposed countless black tubular tissues resembling blood vessels. Traces of black mucus flowed out of the black tubular tissue, repairing the damage inside the beehive. Interesting. Yang Feng's heart stirred, and a swarm of ant-like robots poured out of the door of the laboratory and crawled towards the hive. These ant-like robots are called analyzers, and they are responsible for analyzing the technology contained in the spoils of war of various captives. The Shizu are not a race that is stuck in a rut. After defeating strong enemies, they plundered the other party's technology for research and analysis, and finally became the hegemon of the universe. The energy level of the Shizu's universe is half a level lower than that of the world of warlocks, and the world of warlocks is half a level lower than that of the other universe's powerhouses. This is equivalent to the energy level of the Shizu's universe being a level lower than that of the other universe. Therefore, although Yang Feng has mastered Shizu technology, but he attaches great importance to the other universe's technology. When the swarm of analyzers crawled into the hive ejected countless black tubes that sprayed a large amount of black acid that swept towards the analyzers. When the ant-like analyzers were swept by the black acid, their energy shields were corroded at once, and their entire bodies were corroded by the black acid. After the black acid corroded the analyzers, they slowly entered the hive and turned into nutrients for the hive. Yang Feng's eyes flashed with a dignified shade. Amazing, this hive's self-defense system is really powerful. So much has been destroyed, but the defense system hasn't been destroyed yet. Under the bombardment of the Star Sector-level interstellar battleship's main cannons, more than 2/3 of the beehive had been destroyed, and a large amount of energy had been activated to protect the Otherverse powerhouses. Only then were the 100,000 God-fiend powerhouses ejected. If it wasn't for the hive's defensive power, then under the bombardment of Yang Feng's artillery, at least 80,000 of the other universe's 100,000 transcendent rank powerhouses would have been killed. Even if the Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses were unlucky, they would have been killed. Yang Feng contemplated for a moment, and then walked towards the inside of the hive. If he couldn't analyze the fluctuations of the law of causality in this beehive, he wouldn't be able to trace it back to the main body by killing the incarnation. As soon as Yang Feng stepped into the hive, strange ripples pervaded the hive and curled around him. As if spears, pitch-black, sharp tentacles stabbed at Yang Feng from all directions. Yang Feng's mind stirred slightly and a transparent protective cover appeared around him. When the sharp, spear-like tentacles stabbed into the protective cover, they were ricocheted away. A stream of data flashed in Yang Feng's eyes, and he analyzed the defense mechanism of the hive. The strength of this attack can assassinate Moonlight Warlocks, but it won't have much effect on Glorious Sun Warlocks. After the sharp tentacles were bounced off, they suddenly opened, revealing their chrysanthemum-like mouthparts. Streams of black acid shot out from the mouthparts and rolled towards the transparent shield. Sizzle! A series of crisp sounds came from the transparent barrier. It was clear that the strange acid was corroding the transparent barrier. The acid is extremely corrosive. It can corrode a Glorious Sun Warlock rank magic shield. Sure enough, the main defense system of the hive has been damaged. Yang Feng activated the energy shield and strode into the hive. With a wave of his hand, wind blades slashed at the blood vessel-like tentacles and severed them one after another. All of a sudden, the hive swelled, and countless runes appeared all over it. Shit, it's going to blow itself up. Yang Feng's face flickered, and he blurred into motion and flew outside. The jet-black beehive suddenly collapsed inward. In an instant, it exploded, and endless black light bombarded in all directions. It hit the walls of the underground laboratory, causing ripples to form on them. What an amazing method! When the frightening black light hit the energy shield around Yang Feng, it set off ripples, causing him to crease his eyebrows slightly. If he can analyze the secrets of the hive, it will naturally be of great benefit to him. It can upgrade Shizu technology. However, the other universe's sense of secrecy is clearly very strong. It won't be that simple to analyze their technology. The eyes of the Infinity Warlock rank flesh golem dimmed, and Yang Feng withdrew his consciousness from the golem. The light of Eternity Plane, in another mechanical prison, is divided into numerous single rooms, each of which has an ice coffin. The ice coffins contain the other universe powerhouses Yang Feng captured alive. With a flash of teleportation light, the ice coffin disappeared and appeared in another laboratory. Countless sharp mechanical tubes pierced into the brains of the other universe powerhouses inside the ice coffins and extracted and analyzed the information in their brains. Boom! There was a crisp sound, and the brain of the other universe powerhouse suddenly exploded. A huge explosion enveloped the laboratory and destroyed a large number of mechanical tubes. Failed again. The other universe's Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses have strange memory chips in their brains. Once the memory chips are touched, their heads will explode. If you want to directly read their memories, I'm afraid you'll need to use the Mind Lord. Yang Feng frowned slightly as he watched the other universe powerhouse's brain explode. In a fierce battle, intelligence comes first. For the world of warlocks, intelligence is of vital importance. The universe on the other side of the rift is half an energy level higher than the world of warlocks, and there are who knows how many powerful existences there are. If he can't get intelligence on the other side of the rift, then the world of warlocks will have a 90% chance of losing before the war even starts. However, the defense of the brains of the Moonlight Warlock rank powerhouses is slightly weaker. I can barely read their memories. Yang Feng looked at the large number of other universe powerhouses lying on the experiment tables in the laboratory, whose physical characteristics are 90% similar to humans, and the corners of his mouth rose into a smile. Before long, the various machines in the laboratory read a lot of precious information from the brains of the other universe's Moonlight Warlock rank powerhouses. The other universe's powerhouses call their universe the Gamana universe. The Gamana universe is controlled by 3 eternal sovereigns, namely the Divine Eyes Eternal, the Wing Eternal, and the Frost Eternal. Among them, the Divine Eyes Eternal is the most ancient Eternal who once unified the Gamana universe, and has a lifespan of more than 3 billion years. Originally, with the divine eyes eternal around, it was impossible for other eternal sovereigns to be born. However, 2 billion years ago, the Gamana universe had a war of devouring with another universe. The divine eyes eternal was severely damaged in the war of devouring, and the wing eternal suddenly emerged and took the opportunity to promote to an eternals. 1 billion years ago, the Gamana universe had a war of devouring with another universe, and the frost eternal took the opportunity to rise and became the Gamana universe's third eternal. The divine eyes eternal has the Bonner god race, the wing eternal has the winged god race, and the frost eternal has the frost god race. The three god races dominate the entire Gamana universe. Below the three god races, there are still 18 sacred races. They are the fantasy butterfly, red caltrop, green caltrop, white caltrop, purple caltrop, shadow claw, scarlet flame, light lightning, dark sea, star god, wave rock, giant god, spirit glory, ghost blade, gold whirl, wind shadow, and swift steel. Among the 18 sacred races, each of them has a warlock emperor rank powerhouse. Powerhouses are as common as clouds in the sky. In addition to the 18 sacred races, there are countless other races, large and small, attached to the various sacred races. The slightly more powerful races have Holy Spirit Warlock rank powerhouses. It was the private army of Baron Loanka of the Green Caltrop race that attacked Yang Feng's territory. The Gamana universe's powerhouses have already spread the word that the universe where warlocks reside, which is called the Jeddah universe by the Gamana universe, is a low-energy level universe. The powerful races of the Gamana universe mobilized and began to fight for the annexation of the Jeddah universe. Baron Loanka was sent to carry out a reconnaissance mission. His main task was to investigate the Jeddah universe. But he was unlucky. He ran into Yang Feng's base and was wiped out in one fell swoop by Yang Feng, whose strength has just increased greatly. Not good. This is really not good. 3 eternal sovereigns? The Gamana universe actually has 3 eternal sovereigns. This is really bad news that can't get any worse. After Yang Feng obtained a lot of information, his heart became heavier. Eternal sovereigns are fearsome existences who are not affected by the erosion of time, and are far stronger than Warlock Emperor rank powerhouses. If it wasn't for the barrier between the two universes, an eternal sovereign could wipe out the world of Warlock's resistance one by one. Yang Feng came to a realization: unless I can promote to an eternal before the two universes are completely connected, I won't be able to control my own fates. Chapter 861. In the war of annexation between the two universes, the strong get stronger and the weak get weaker. If you want to survive such a great tribulation and take control of your own fate, you have to become the strongest powerhouse. In the starry sky outside the battle demon plane, there was a flash of light. Amid distortions, 6 hives of the Gamana universe that looked like beehives suddenly appeared. This is the Battle Demon sect, one of the 10 great sects of the Great Cloud Dynasty. It is currently one of the rising forces of this universe and has great vitality. If we destroy it, we'll be able to get great merit points when we go back. In the deepest part of a divine nest, a handsome young man with red hair and a red rhombus-shaped crystal between his brows said with a smile. In front of the young powerhouse from the red rhombus race, there was a massive round table. Seated at this table were a blurry shadow claw race powerhouse, an incomparably tall giant god race powerhouse, a dark sea race powerhouse who seemed to be swallowed by endless darkness, a purple rhombus race powerhouse with a purple rhombus crystal embedded between his eyebrows, and a ghost blade race powerhouse with a hideous appearance and sharp blades all over his body. These 6 powerhouses are the masters of the 6 hives. The blurry Shadowclaw powerhouse uttered, "The Battle Demon sect?" This warlock group went on expeditions everywhere. Their battle strength was extremely tyrannical. Moreover, this warlock group is guarded by monarch-grade secret treasures. It will be a bit troublesome to break into their hive. I have to admit that the aboriginals of this world of warlocks are very strong. They are second only to our former enemies, the Moga universe and the Shera universe. The Moga universe is the first powerful enemy the Gamana universe has encountered. At the time, The Divine Eyes Eternal almost died in the battle against the Moga universe. He had to let the Wing Eternal advance to an Eternal before he defeated and annexed the Moga universe. The Shera universe is the second powerful enemy the Gamana universe has encountered. The Divine Eyes Eternal and the Wing Eternal were forced to let the Frost Eternal advance to an Eternal. The Shadowclaw powerhouse clearly attaches great importance to the world of warlocks. The Red Rhombus race powerhouse uttered unhurriedly, "After all, this universe is a powerful universe that has given birth to eternal sovereigns. It can't be underestimated. That is why we must act and destroy all the forces with potential. We cannot give them the chance to grow. Otherwise, even a piece of trash would become a great enemy of our universe under the influence of this universe's will." The other 6 experts were silent for a while, then nodded slightly. Whenever 2 universes devoured each other, the will of the universe would try its best to nurture a powerful existence within its own universe to contend against the powerful existences of the other universe. When the Gamana universe devoured other universes, it encountered such a situation many times. The seemingly unremarkable nobodies grew rapidly in the universe war and eventually grew into terrifying existences that could threaten the Gamana universe. If it weren't for the fact that the Gamana universe's 3 eternal sovereigns are simply unfathomable existences, suppressing one freak after another from other universes. The Gamana universe has already been annexed by other universes. The demonic fighting sect has been developing at an astonishing speed, annexing countless small planes, and has become one of the key targets of the Gamana universe. The Hong Rhombus race powerhouse smiled and said, "Then let's begin." 2 beehives suddenly opened, and swarms of black-armored, green-armored, and silver-armored powerhouses, commanded by 10 gold-armored powerhouses, flew towards the demonic fighting plane. A beehive unfolded, and countless blurry, shadow-like beings suddenly flew out. A beehive unfurled, and one giant god race expert after another, each of them more than 100 meters tall and covered in countless profound runes, flew out into the world below. A beehive unfolded, and blurry, distorted beings shrouded in darkness suddenly flew out. A beehive opened up, and a monster with sharp blades all over its body flew out. The blades were shrouded in strange runes. The 6 powerhouses that flew out of the beehive flew towards the demonic fighting plane from 6 different directions. "Open fire!" The demonic fighting plane's Shingrunta looked at the swarm of transcendent rank powerhouses in the sky with a dignified look in his eyes, and he ordered coldly. In the demonic fighting plane, countless mountains, deserts, plains, and forests suddenly separated, and various energy beam artilleries and live ammunition artilleries extended. The entire battle demon plane turned into a terrifying fortress, and a rain of light swept towards the sky from the battle demon plane. The monsters that flew out of the 6 hives were swept by the rain of light and exploded one by one, turning into fragments that scattered in all directions. Shingruntu watched the countless transcendent rank powerhouses in the sky being killed by the rain of light, and his eyes revealed a look of joy. "I wonder where the sect master got his inheritance. It's really amazing. He didn't need to consume magical crystals to possess such power. Amazing." The demonic fighting sect's headquarters also has powerful offensive arrays set up by generations of warlocks. However, the consumption of these powerful offensive arrays is enormous. Activating them consumes an astronomical number of magic crystals. The energy source used by the mechanical artilleries is high-energy crystals. Although high-energy crystals can't enhance a warlock's extraordinary power like magic crystals, but it is much easier to obtain them than magic crystals. In the starry sky, an eye suddenly appeared on the forehead of the purple rhombus race and red rhombus race powerhouses dressed in armor of different colors. Rays of light shot out from the eye and barreled towards the countless artilleries down below. Boom, boom, boom. The beams of light accurately bombarded the turrets below, shattering them one by one. At this time, Yang Feng, who has quietly arrived at the demonic fighting sect, watched the battle through a holographic projection and analyzed. The Gamana universe's powerhouses also have long-range offensive power. However, the Gamana universe's evolution also focuses on individual strength. There is still a gap between long-range firepower and Shizu technology. There are 3 Eternal Sovereigns and 18 Warlock Emperor rank powerhouses in the Gamana universe. They were extremely powerful, and each of them had the terrifying power to suppress an ordinary universe. Under these circumstances, the civilizations of the Gamana universe naturally evolved in the direction of strength. For example, the gold armor can enable a red rhombus race Bright World Warlock rank powerhouse to possess Infinity Warlock rank battle prowess, which is simply unimaginable in the world of warlocks. Therefore, compared with the Shizu who specialize in interstellar warfare, their long-range firepower is far inferior. After paying the price of tens of thousands of casualties, the transcendent rank powerhouses of the 6 races crossed the defensive line and appeared above the demonic fighting sect's headquarters. The 6 races dispatched a total of 60 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses and 1,800 Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses. This formidable force is simply despair-inducing. It should be noted that the demonic fighting sect currently only has Yang Feng, the sect master, and 17 great elders above the Bright World Warlock rank. In terms of strength alone, the gap between the 2 sides is like a natural chasm. Yang Feng ordered coldly, "Activate the Dragon King Great Array." Along with flashes of light, countless mysterious runes in the demonic fighting sect flashed, and endless power surged towards the floating continent where the demonic fighting sect is located. In the center of the floating continent, a huge mountain range that stretched for thousands of kilometers trembled slightly, and then the entire mountain range split open. Then, a 1,000-meter-long ancient Dragon King flew out of the mountain range, exuding an ancient aura, covered in countless runes, and with soulless eyes. As soon as the ancient Dragon King appeared, it opened its mouth and spat out a golden flame that swept towards the sky. Swept by the gold flames, more than 20 Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses screamed and turned to ashes. Countless battle angels suddenly flew out from the demonic fighting sect's headquarters. The demonic fighting planes gods cast all kinds of powerful divine spells and raised the strength of the battle angels by a large margin, and then sent them flying towards the Gamana universe's powerhouses in the starry sky. The soldiers among the battle angels only possess great warlock rank battle prowess. Compared to the moonlight warlock rank soldiers of the Gamana universe, the gap in strength is huge. However, the cannon fodder battle angels can still resist the Gamana universe's powerhouses for a while. This allows the demonic fighting planes artilleries to display a more fearsome offensive output. As soon as the archaic Dragon King appeared, it plunged into the center of the battlefield and spewed gold flames that burned Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses to ashes. Countless flames sprayed out of the demonic fighting plane's floating continent and formed a sea of fire that nourishes the archaic Dragon King, exuding Warlock Monarch rank breath, enabling it to easily mobilize fire elemental particles and burn the enemy. The Gamana universe's powerhouses have rich combat experience. 60 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses led more than 1,000 Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses barreling towards the archaic Dragon King. When various attacks slammed into the archaic Dragon King was riddled with scars. After all, the archaic Dragon King is an inanimate object. Even when facing 10 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses, it can still hold the upper hand. But when facing 60 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses, it was already a testament to its tyrannical fleshly body that it wasn't blown up in an instant. Yang Feng frowned and pressed a button. 10 Starfield-grade artillery quickly rose from the demonic fighting plane's floating continent, and 10 beams of light tore through the void and barreled towards the 6 hives in the starry sky. Boom, boom, boom. Bombarded by the 10 beams of light, 3 of the 6 hives were instantly turned to ashes and the other 3 were blasted apart. Countless Gamana universe's powerhouses flew out and fled in a sorry state. Chapter 862. Blazing Sun and Star Destroyer artilleries rose from the floating continent, shone brightly, and fired a rain of light barreling towards the 6 other race powerhouses at the Bright World Warlock rank and above. Caught off guard, hundreds of Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses were wiped out by the rain of light, and 3 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses were seriously injured. Seeing that the hives were breached and the 3 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses were seriously injured, the remaining Gamana Universe's powerhouses shuddered and looked at the 10 Starfield-grade artilleries with apprehension in their eyes. However, after the 10 Starfield-grade artilleries destroyed 3 hives and seriously injured the other 3 hives, they entered the charging phase, unable to continue firing. After the Shizu strengthened and modified the Blazing Sun and Star Destroyer artilleries, their firing rate has been reduced from 1 shot every 5 minutes to 1 shot every minute. They can't be exempted from the charging time. 30 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses led 600 Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses of the Gamana universe to launch an attack on the Starfield-grade artilleries while withstanding the artillery barrage and the siege of angels. Bone blades, light blades, wind blades, shadow rays, and other attacks barreled towards the 10 Starfield-grade artilleries from afar. As long as the 10 Starfield-grade artilleries are destroyed, with the 50-plus Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses and 1,000-plus Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses, there is still hope to destroy the Battle Demon sect. A huge energy shield suddenly appeared. When the bone blades, light blades, wind blades, shadow rays, and other attacks slammed into the huge energy shield, they set off ripples, yet they couldn't break through the huge energy shield. Countless strengthened 4th-generation battle robots poured out like a tide and turned into a torrent of steel that rushed towards the 30 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses and 600-plus Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses. Lightning, gravity ray ball, mist, ice. After the 4th-generation battle robots have been modified and strengthened, each of them is comparable to a Moonlight Warlock rank powerhouse and possesses the power to threaten Infinity Warlock rank and Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses. The 30 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses and 600 Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses submerged in the virtually endless 4th-generation battle robots and engaged in a frenzy. In the War Demon plane, hangars opened one after another, and a dense crowd of 4th-generation primary battle robots opened their energy shields and entered the battlefield. After being modified and strengthened, the combat strength of the 4th-class battle robots was not far from that of the black-armored warriors of the Purple Rhombus race. However, their numbers were over 100 times that of the black-armored warriors of the Purple Rhombus race. On the Battle Demon plane, engines roared and light shone. Under the attack of the Gamana universe's powerhouses, a large number of 4th-generation battle robots exploded and parts splashed about. 3 black rays suddenly flashed, and Agnipe and the other 2 Supreme Infinity Warlock rank fallen angels hiding among the 4th-generation battle robots suddenly launched a sneak attack. The 3 fallen angel sword rays stabbed into the 3 gold-armored powerhouses, and then fallen angel fire erupted and burned the 3 gold-armored powerhouses to ashes. After the attack succeeded, Agnipe and the other 2 disappeared into the huge mechanical torrent. With the death of the 3 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses, the other race powerhouses were both shocked and angry, and they attacked in that direction. Countless rays of light shone and covered the void. The joint attack of dozens of Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses wiped out thousands of 4th-generation battle robots, and even the chips of the Undyings were destroyed, unable to regenerate. 3 black sword rays suddenly appeared, and 3 Bright World Warlock rank other race powerhouses were enveloped by fallen angel fire, and they screamed miserably and turned into ashes. Agnipe and the other 2 Supreme Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses are seasoned Supreme Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses. Equipped with the fallen angel armor tailored for them by Yang Feng, they moved unpredictably in the mechanical sea and slayed Infinity Warlock rank and Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses. Alexia, Yu Yen, and Yu Tianling also threw themselves into the battle. The 3 of them hid in the mechanical sea and specifically hunted Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses. When the archaic Dragon King, who was already riddled with scars, dived into the sea of fire, it opened its maw, and a copious amount of fire was sucked into its maw like a tide, and its injuries healed at a speed visible to the naked eye. The archaic Dragon King is one of the underlying cards of the Battle Demon sect. As long as it isn't destroyed immediately, it can absorb the surrounding sea of fire and repair itself. As soon as the archaic Dragon King began to repair itself, it opened its maw, and a gold pillar of fire swept towards the sky. Hit by the gold pillar of fire, 6 Infinity Warlock rank Shadowclaw powerhouses were burned to ashes. The 1,000-plus Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses launched attacks at the Archaic Dragon King, and countless rays of light barreled towards the Archaic Dragon King. Countless runes appeared on the body of the Archaic Dragon King, and beams of light shot into the sky from the Battle Demon Sect's floating continent and entered the Archaic Dragon King. The countless runes formed a magic shield in the shape of a tortoise shell. When the 1,000-plus Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses slammed into the magic shield, the magic shield shattered. The countless 4th-generation battle robots took this opportunity to attack and killed 30-plus Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses. The other race Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses had no choice but to stop attacking the Archaic Dragon King, or else they would be torn to pieces by the mechanical torrents. Suddenly, dazzling beams of light shot out from the floating continent and entered the Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses of the other race powerhouses. In an instant, 200 other race Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses were vaporized. At the same time, the Warlock towers on the floating continent shone, and lightning, ice cones, fire, curse rays, and other powerful spells shot into the sky and barreled towards the Gamana Universe's powerhouses. One after another, the Gamana Universe's Bright World Warlock rank and Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses were blasted apart, turned into specks of light, and disappeared from the world. Lent, what do we do now? The leader of the Shadowclaw race, who escaped from the 6 hives, watched as a large number of powerhouses die at every moment, and asked with an unsightly expression. The leader of the Purple Rhombus race uttered solemnly, "Retreat. Our intelligence is inaccurate. The Battle Demon Sect is far stronger than we thought. If we continue to fight, we won't be able to retreat even if we want to." The giant God Race powerhouse said loudly, "We still have so many troops. If we throw them all in, we may be able to break the Battle Demon Sect's defensive line and kill all the Aboriginals. As long as we kill them all, we can occupy the Battle Demon Plane, repair the hives, and restore our fighting strength." Nearly 100 Infinity Warlocks, 2,000 Bright World Warlocks, 50,000 Glorious Sun Warlocks, and 600,000 Moonlight Warlocks escaped from the 6 hives. That terrifying power could completely crush the Battle Demon Sect. The leader of the Purple Rhombus race, Lent, stared at the almost endless 4th-generation battle robots and said unhurriedly, "Our intelligence was wrong. The Battle Demon Sect still has many trump cards hidden. They are heavily guarded. If we continue to fight, we may not have a chance of winning." The eyes of the leader of the Shadowclaw race shimmered fiercely, and he uttered, "Among them, there are less than 10 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses. Even if there are 3 Supreme Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses, after the 6 of us put on our equipment, we possess Supreme Infinity Warlock rank battle prowess. As for Bright World Warlocks, we still have more than 2,000. If we attack with all our might, we have a 70% chance of breaking their defensive line. If we retreat now, the people we lost before will have died in vain." "I agree to retreat. If we don't retreat now, we'll be in danger." The leader of the Red Rhombus race pointed at the red rhombus on his forehead, and red light flickered and formed a holographic projection in front of him. In the holographic projection, a huge fleet consisting of 1-star sector-level interstellar battleship, 10 Blazing Sun interstellar battleships, 30 Star Destroyer battleships, 20 aircraft carriers, and 130 frigates quietly floated behind a planet. They were almost transparent and in an invisible state. Using some unknown method, the leader of the Red Rhombus race discovered the invisible fleet. When the leaders of the 4 hives saw this scene, they inhaled a breath of cold air. Since the huge Starry Sky fleet is invisible, it is clear that the Battle Demon Sect's defense is still at ease. If all the forces of the 6 hives are invested in the Battle Demon Sect, they won't be able to capture the Battle Demon Plane in a short time. If the huge Starry Sky fleet suddenly attacks from the rear, few of the 6 hives' powerhouses will be able to survive. "Let's retreat." "I agree." The leaders of the 6 hives have reached a consensus. Strange ripples spread from the positions of the leaders of the 6 hives. The Gamana Universe's powerhouses fighting fiercely collapsed in an instant, turned into rays of light, and fled in all directions. Black hole-like astral passageways strangely appeared at the positions of the leaders of the 6 hives. The leaders of the 6 hives flew into the astral passageways with their defeated troops without hesitation. As Yang Feng watched the leaders of the 6 hives disappear with their defeated troops, a thought suddenly welled up inside him. These Gamana universe's powerhouses are too familiar with our universe. There must be a mole in our universe, and the status of the mole is very high. Otherwise, how could they know that they can use astral boundary to cross planes and attack in such a short time? Astral boundary connects the countless planes of this universe, and is a unique product of this universe. In the universe where the Shizu exist, there is no astral boundary. Chapter 863. Different universes have different laws of heaven and earth. For the Gamana universe's powerhouses to analyze the laws of this universe so quickly and freely use the astral boundary to attack and defend, it shows that they have a great understanding of the laws of the universe in which the world of warlocks is located. Yang Feng looked at the astral passageways with regret in his eyes. The Gamana universe's powerhouses seem to fight a lot. For them to abandon their subordinates so decisively, it would be great. It would be great if their main force launched an attack on the battle demon plane. Yang Feng has also deployed a level 5 Skynet in the battle demon plane. If the Gamana universe's powerhouses attack the battle demon plane, Yang Feng will naturally activate the level 5 Skynet to catch them all in one fell swoop. Since they retreated decisively, there is no need to activate the level 5 Skynet. The level 5 Skynet is one of Yang Feng's trump cards. Once it is activated, it will wipe out the enemy. Otherwise, once the enemy learns of the existence of the level 5 Skynet, they will naturally come up with other ways to deal with the level 5 Skynet. After the Gamana universe's main force fled, the remaining powerhouses also fled. The huge mechanical legion frantically strangled the Gamana universe's powerhouses, not relaxing in the slightest. Each of the warriors from the hives possesses Moonlight Warlock rank battle prowess. Once they descend to a place of the battle demon plane without the protection of Warlock towers, any one of them can easily kill hundreds of thousands of ordinary people in a day. However, besieged by hundreds of millions of level 4 Undyings, each soldier from the hives is besieged by at least 5 Undyings, unable to escape. Those who choose to escape instead die faster. The dazzling light units, brilliant star hunters, and other 5th-generation battle robots took this opportunity to hunt the glorious Sun Warlock and Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses of the Gamana universe. Along with the continuous hunting, the dazzling light units absorbed enough power and evolved into Bright World Warlock rank existences. This plane origin is promoting. After this battle, it will only take a year for this plane to be promoted to a grade 3 plane. By killing the other universe's powerhouses, the plane origin can absorb them and evolve the plane. Besides, the more you kill, the more you will receive the favor of the universe. Yang Feng operated the fate algorithm and vaguely felt that his fate was favored by the universe. Although the universe's favor cannot make Yang Feng's strength soar and promote to a Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse in one fell swoop. However, when it comes to the favor of the universe, the more, the better. Once it reaches a certain extent, things with a small probability such as stepping on a treasure when going out, the corpse of a Holy Spirit Warlock rank powerhouse falling from the sky, or finding clues about a huge treasure trove will become commons. In short, the more the universe favors Yang Feng, the luckier he will be in this universe. Yang Feng's eyes shimmered with enigmatic light. No wonder the Gamana universe's powerhouses started a massacre as soon as they came here. If they kill us, I'm afraid it will also be beneficial to them. Xingrenta came to Yang Feng's side and said solemnly, "Sect Master, the Bright Moon School asked us for help. Their headquarters in the Clear Moon Plane is besieged by the Gamana universe's powerhouses." Yang Feng raised his eyebrows and asked, "How many hives are there?" Xingrenta looked at Yang Feng in awe and said, "For hives?" Before Yang Feng integrated the Battle Demon Sect's resources and deployed various defensive devices in the sect. With just 2 hives, the Gamana universe's powerhouses could capture the Battle Demon Plane after paying a heavy price. In this battle, Yang Feng's mechanical legion killed more than 500,000 Moonlight Warlock rank enemies. At the same time, it killed 40 enemies with Infinity Warlock rank battle prowess. The Battle Demon sect was convinced of Yang Feng's strength, and no one opposed him anymore. His reputation in the Battle Demon sect reached the pinnacle. Yang Feng uttered, "Then let's send troops. Grand Elder Xing, please make the arrangements and gather more resources. I need to forge more mechanical puppets." A dignified look in his eyes, Xing Rentu responded solemnly, "Yes. Sect Master, I will do my best to mobilize the materials." After Yang Feng became the Battle Demon sect's sect master, he grasped great power. Only by plundering a lot of resources can he build a large number of 5th-generation battle robots and a leveled 5 Skynet in a short period of time. However, the Battle Demon sect is a huge sect, after all. It has 17 great elders and countless elders. Yang Feng must take care of their feelings. As such, he can't arbitrarily put all the resources into the construction of his mechanical legion. Otherwise, the entire Battle Demon sect would be at odds with each other and fall apart. After the battle with the Gamana universe, the Battle Demon sect's warlocks have witnessed the power of the mechanical legion. Now that Yang Feng has transferred resources to build his mechanical legion, there is no longer any resistance. The Clear Moon Plane is the headquarters of the Bright Moon School, and it is also a Grade 4 plane. In the Clear Moon Plane, there are 36 celestial bodies, each of which radiates resplendent moonlight, forming a huge moonlight domain. The 36 celestial bodies are the Bright Moon School's ultimate trump card, the Star and Moon Array. These were the 36 moons that the Bright Moon sect's experts had forcibly extracted from various planes, and they had also used countless magical techniques to strengthen and refine these moons for generations. Once the Star and Moon Array is fully activated, it can even defeat and suppress a Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse. As if ants, the Gamana universe's powerhouses rushed into the Star and Moon Array, and dozens of Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses launched attacks at the 36 celestial bodies. One of the celestial bodies has already been shattered by the various attacks, and it may be broken at any time. 13 intermediate divine force rank gods of the Clear Moon Plane, along with 100 gods of various types commanding countless angel legions, frantically burned their divine force and attacked the Gamana universe's powerhouses. The Bright Moon School is going all out this time. In addition to the 2 strong divine force rank gods and 11 intermediate divine force rank gods, there are also 2 Infinity Warlock rank blazing angels and 13 Bright World Warlock rank blazing angels. In the starry sky, there are still 25 weapons capable of displaying Infinity Warlock rank destructive power. In the Clear Moon Plane, the Warlock Towers stimulated their full power. Lightning, ice cones, flames, wind blades, and other powerful and queer spells soared into the sky, slammed into the Gamana universe's powerhouses, and blasted them to pieces. But there are too many powerhouses in the Gamana universe. Except for the top 30+ Warlock Towers of the Clear Moon Plane, the other Warlock Towers pose little threat to the Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses. The Gamana universe's nearly 1,000 Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses easily blocked the 25 Bright Moon School's Infinity Warlock rank weapons and blew them apart one by one. Dressed in a green armor and exuding junior Moonlight Warlock rank fluctuations of power, Zhang Jiqiao is fighting a black-armored warrior and casting exquisite spells barreling towards the black-armored warrior. Relying on the black armor, the black-armored warrior possesses Moonlight Warlock rank battle prowess. Compared to Zhang Jiqiao, who is a true Moonlight Warlock, the black-armored warrior is not just a notch weaker. Under the bombardment of a dozen-plus spells, the black armor cracked, and the black-armored warrior can't even get close to Zhang Jiqiao. Seeing that the black-armored warrior is about to be killed by Zhang Jiqiao, 5 black-armored warriors flew over from afar in an instant and launched a frenzied attack at Zhang Jiqiao. Zhang Jiqiao had to cast spells to evade the attacks of the 5 black-armored warriors, allowing the black-armored warrior to escape. Boom! Amidst an earth-shattering explosion, one of the moons floating above the Clear Moon Plane collapsed and shattered. Countless fragments rained down like raindrops. Earth-shaking cheers spread throughout the Gamana universe's army. Zhang Jiqiao looked at the shattered stars in the sky, felt the powerful power inside her slowly fade away, and felt a chill in her heart. It's broken. The star and moon array is broken. Is the bright moon school going to perish today? The moonlight domain formed by the star and moon array can not only greatly weaken enemies, but can also greatly strengthen the bright moon school's warlocks. With this, the bright moon school's powerhouses can barely hold on. Now that one of the moons of the star and moon array has been broken, it is equivalent to more than half of the array's effectiveness being broken. Without the support of the star and moon array, the Bright Moon School cannot resist an army commanded by dozens of Infinity Warlock rank and hundreds of Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses. The morale of the Bright Moon School's warlocks plummeted, and despair shimmered in their eyes. Damn it, it's over. I've let down the ancestors of the Bright Moon School. The eyes of a pure and beautiful elder, the goddess of the moon Mei Shuanghua, shrouded in moonlight and exuding strong divine force rank fluctuations of power, flashed with bitterness, and countless thoughts welled up in her mind. For a while, she was at a loss as to what to do. In the starry sky, inside the 4 hives, the eyes of a red rhombus race powerhouse with a red rhombus crystal on the forehead shimmered with enigmatic light. The Bright Moon School has already used all its trump cards. They have no power to resist. It's time to mobilize all our forces and defeat them in one fell swoop. But the other 3 hive leaders nodded in agreement. Along with flashes of light, a swarm of transcendent rank powerhouses flew out of the hives and flew towards the Bright Moon School like a dark cloud. It's over. When the Bright Moon School's powerhouses saw the powerhouses flying out of the hives, their faces changed dramatically, and their eyes shimmered with despair. A resplendent beam of light slammed into a hive from afar, instantly pierced through the hive, and blasted it to pieces. From the direction of the beam of light, a huge fleet slowly emerged. Chapter 864. The massive fleet consisted of 1 star sector-level interstellar battleship, 20 blazing sun interstellar battleships, 40 star destroyer battleships, 50 aircraft carriers, and more than 200 frigates. As soon as the fleet appeared, a dense rain of light swept towards the powerhouses flying out of the hives. Caught off guard, large swaths of the hive's warriors were wiped out by the artillery fire. Yang Feng has tested the strength of the hives in the light of Eternity Plane, as well as the strength of the hive's powerhouses to withstand artillery fire. The computing power of the Level 5 optical computer network is much more terrifying than that of Warlock Monarch rank powerhouses. With the Level 5 optical computer network's calculations, the 20 blazing sun battlestar's main artilleries insta-killed 13 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses of the Gamana universe and seriously injured 7 others. The thousands of secondary artilleries of the Starfield battlestars shone brightly and turned into a rain of light that seriously injured 300 Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses and killed more than 20 Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses of the Gamana universe. Along with the rumbling of engines, a mechanical flood formed by countless 4th-generation battle robots rushed towards the Gamana universe's powerhouses like a sea. Reinforcements. Our reinforcements are here. The Battle Demon Sect. The Battle Demon Sect's reinforcements are here. It's Yang Feng, its sect master Yang Feng's mechanical legion. He came to save us. We're saved. Seeing the sudden appearance of reinforcements, the Bright Moon School's powerhouses who were struggling to hold on became excited, and their morale soared. The Battle Demon Sect's reinforcements. Let's go all out. When the goddess of the moon Mei Shuanghua saw the huge fleet appear in the sky, her beautiful eyes shimmered with determination. She gritted her teeth and waved her lily-white hand, and a sphere-emitting moonlight light flew into the air. As soon as the sphere-emitting moonlight flew into the air, countless runes shone, and a beautiful 100-meter-long moonlight dragon suddenly flew out. As soon as the moonlight dragon appeared, the moonlight of the remaining 35 moons was quickly absorbed by it. His figure blurred, and then he appeared next to an Infinity Warlock rank powerhouse of the Gamana universe, bit down, and swallowed the Infinity Warlock rank powerhouse. Boundless moonlight twisted and purified the Infinity Warlock rank powerhouse. After the Moonlight Dragon insta-killed the Gamana Universe's Infinity Warlock rank powerhouse, it collapsed in an instant, turned into specks of moonlight, and disappeared. In an instant, the Moonlight Dragon suddenly appeared at the edge of the Moonlight Domain, devoured another Gamana Universe's Infinity Warlock rank powerhouse, and disappeared. The Moonlight Dragon is one of the underlying forces of the Bright Moon School, an extraordinary life form with the potential to evolve into a warlock monarch. The Bright Moon School has cultivated this Moonlight Dragon for more than 100,000 years. With another 5,000 years of cultivation, it will be able to completely transform and evolve into a warlock monarch rank Moonlight Dragon. If the reinforcements hadn't arrived, the moon goddess Mei Shuanghua would never have sent the Moonlight Dragon into battle. Although the Moonlight Dragon is tyrannical, but it is only a supreme Infinity Warlock rank existence. The Gamana Universe's powerhouses are as numerous as clouds in the sky. If they concentrate their power to attack, the Moonlight Dragon will be destroyed. Damn it, that's the Battle Demon Sect's Yang Feng. What are Moses and them doing? How come they let the Battle Demon Sect's people come here? How come they're so fast? How come these reinforcements came so fast? Even if it is an Infinity Warlock rank powerhouse, it will take them at least a day to reach the Bright Moon School from the Battle Demon Sect. How come they came so fast? The leaders of the 3 remaining divine hives were both shocked and furious as they roared furiously. This time, the Gamana universe has launched an all-out attack. Relying on their formidable power, they have invested countless hives as combat units to attack various targets that need to be eradicated. They must inflict heavy damage or even eradicate all resistance. The attack on Yang Feng's Light of Eternity world was just an accident. He encountered a lone hive that tried to take advantage of the situation. The timing of that hive's attack was different from that of other hives. The attack on the Bright Moon School and the attack on the Battle Demon Sect's hive were launched almost at the same time. The Battle Demon Sect sent reinforcements, which means that the Gamana Universe's legion has been defeated by Yang Feng. The leaders of the 3 hives immediately sensed an ominous aura. What do we do now? Snipe the reinforcements? The information is unclear. I suggest we retreat. I also suggest a retreat. 6 Tier 1 hive combat units on Mo Shi's side were defeated by the Battle Demon Sect. Since they dared to send reinforcements, they naturally have the confidence to defeat us. Let's go all out and gather all our forces to annihilate the reinforcements first. The Bright Moon Sect doesn't have the strength to attack anymore. I disagree. The information is unclear. I also think that retreating now is the best choice. Alright, then retreat. After a period of negotiation, the leaders of the 3 hives made a decisive decision. Ripples spread out from the 3 divine hives and landed on the ground. The Gamana Universe's powerhouses fighting fiercely flew up at once, turned into streams of light, and entered the hives. The 3 hives flashed, flew into 3 astral passageways, and disappeared. Yang Feng frowned slightly when he saw the 3 hives choose to escape, and his eyes shimmered with a dignified shade. What a troublesome fellow, they're really decisive in escaping. This time, Yang Feng transferred 1 million 5th-generation battle robots, hundreds of millions of 4th-generation battle robots that have been strengthened and modified, and all the Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses under his command. If the 3 hives stay and fight Yang Feng to the death, Yang Feng is confident that after paying a huge price, he will be able to annihilate the 3 hives' legions and obtain more universe favor. Yang Feng's thoughts revolved slightly, but it's fine if they escape. With my current strength, I still have to pay a considerable price to annihilate them. At this time, the most elite legion under Yang Feng's command is the 1 million 5th-generation battle robots. Under the siege of 1 million glorious Sun Warlock rank 5th-generation battle robots, even 100 Infinity Warlocks will die if they don't escape. However, the 5th-generation battle robots are terrifyingly powerful, and the resources they need to consume are astronomical. Only after integrating the Battle Demon Sect was Yang Feng able to use a huge amount of resources to build such a fearsome mechanical legion. The level 5 Skynet is Yang Feng's strongest shield, which can protect his base. The 1,000,000 fifth-generation battle robots are Yang Feng's strongest spear at present. They can fight everywhere and are not inferior to the Gamana universe's legion. Without the fifth-generation battle robots, no matter how many fourth-generation battle robots there are, the Gamana universe's legion will slaughter their way in and out. They won't be able to protect the interstellar fleet with fierce long-range firepower. The Battle Demon sect has decided to take out all its resources to build the fifth-generation battle robots. However, before the fifth-generation battle robots are built, there is still a period of weakness. It is naturally for the best that the 1,000,000 fifth-generation battle robots didn't suffer great losses. Yang Feng sent the fourth-generation battle robots to hunt down the Gamana universe's powerhouses who didn't have time to escape, while he went to the Bright Moon School's headquarters. Thank you, Sect Master Yang Feng, for helping the Bright Moon School. The Bright Moon School will never forget your great kindness. The goddess of the moon Mei Shuanghua, the great elder of the Bright Moon School, led 15 great elders and the Bright Moon School's upper echelon to salute Yang Feng. The Bright Moon School's sect master deals with mundane affairs, while important matters are discussed by the 16 great elders. Among the 16 great elders, the goddess of the moon Mei Shuanghua is the strongest and has the most allies. As such, she is vaguely the de facto leader of the Bright Moon School. Standing in the crowd, Zhang Zhiqiao looked at Yang Feng from afar with a complicated look in her beautiful eyes. When the two first met, Yang Feng was just a great warlock. But now, Yang Feng has become an infinity warlock and the Battle Demon sect's sect master. Mei Shuanghua, on the other hand, advanced to a moonlight warlock with great difficulty. Now that she is only a junior moonlight warlock, she naturally has mixed feelings. Yang Feng said with a smile, "The Battle Demon sect and the Bright Moon School are allies, so it is only natural for us to help each other. If the Battle Demon sect is in trouble, I believe that the Bright Moon School won't just stand by idly." Mei Shuanghua showed a holy, beautiful, and firm smile and said, "That's only natural. If the Battle Demon sect is in trouble, the Bright Moon School will do its best to support it." As one of the Great Cloud Dynasty's 10 great sects, the Battle Demon sect has many enemies and many allies. The Bright Moon School is the most loyal ally of the Battle Demon sect, and the upper echelon of both sides are connected by marriage. For thousands of years, the alliance has been unbreakable. Inside the Bright Moon School, in a beautiful hall, the 16 great elders of the Bright Moon School and Yang Feng are sitting, and there are all kinds of rare fruits and treasures of heaven and earth placed in front of them. Many of the rare fruits can increase a moonlight warlock's lifespan by a dozen years and improve their cultivation base by a lot. Yang Feng said, "Great elders of the Bright Moon School, the Great Tribulation has arrived. The attacks of the other universe's powerhouses will only get stronger and stronger. What are your plans?" Mei Shuanghua's beautiful eyes shimmered with enigmatic light, and she asked, "Sect Master Yang, do you have any good suggestions?" Sect Master, the Star River sect and the Saint Demon sect are requesting help from the Battle Demon sect. Yang Feng was about to speak, when the communication device next to him suddenly vibrated. He pressed a button, and a holographic projection of Xing Rentu appeared on the communication device. Although the Star River sect and the Saint Demon sect are not as close allies of the Battle Demon sect as the Bright Moon School, but when the four sects were expelled by the Great Cloud Dynasty, they established an alliance. Chapter 865. Yang Feng said apologetically, "Sorry, it seems that I have to go support them. The Star River sect and the Saint Demon sect are among the Great Cloud Dynasty's 10 great sects, and they have tremendous power. Although they are not the Battle Demon sect's allies, but there are still great benefits to saving them. After all, they are veteran forces with tremendous resources. What Yang Feng lacks the most at the moment is resources. Additionally, by killing the Gamana universe's powerhouses, he can gain the universe's favor." Yang Feng is naturally very proactive. Mei Shuanghua pondered for a while, then her beautiful eyes shimmered with determination, and she said, "I'll go with you." Without any nonsense, Yang Feng responded decisively, "Okay." As soon as Yang Feng and Mei Shuanghua boarded the warship, The huge fleet opened an astral gate and flew into the astral boundary. Yang Feng has already partially analyzed the laws of the astral boundary. The astral boundary has infinite mysteries and countless secrets. Although Yang Feng can't fully analyze them, but he can easily open an astral gate. As soon as the huge fleet entered the astral boundary, it deviated from its course and flew towards another celestial body. Mei Shuanghua frowned and asked doubtfully, "Sect Master Yang, this doesn't seem to be the shortest way to the Star River sect and the Saint Demon sect, right?" As the head of the Bright Moon School's great elders, Mei Shuanghua has sent many avatars to travel the astral boundary in search of the mysteries of the astral boundary. As such, she is naturally aware of countless secrets. Yang Feng uttered with a mysterious smile, "You'll know soon enough." Before long, a desolate celestial body without a trace of vitality appeared in the field of view of Yang Feng's fleet. The interior of the desolate celestial body suddenly split open and revealed a 20-meter-tall warship. The huge star sector-level interstellar battleship was suddenly shrouded in a layer of yellow light. After a series of distortions, the gigantic battleship that was tens of thousands of meters long shrunk to a miniature battleship that was about 5 meters long and entered the warp gate. The other warships in the huge fleet blurred, suddenly shrank, and entered the warship gate. After passing through the warship gate, an empty and silent celestial body without a trace of vitality appeared in front of Mei Shuanghua. As soon as the massive fleet flew out of the planet's warp gate and flew more than 10,000 kilometers into the starry sky, a battlefield of the Galaxy Master Sect appeared in front of Mei Shuanghua. There was a flash of astonishment in Mei Shuanghua's beautiful eyes, and she stared at Yang Feng and said, "So fast, is that a spatial portal? You're really willing to part with your capital." In the world of warlocks, teleportation arrays were nothing. The most powerful teleportation formation could even allow people to travel billions of miles in an instant. There was even a planar path that connected many planes. However, using the teleportation formation to teleport people also consumed a lot of resources. The amount of resources required to teleport an enormous fleet to a place hundreds of millions of kilometers away would be enough to damage even a sect like the Bright Moon School, which was one of the top 10 sections. Yang Feng said with a smile, "Without the lips, the teeth will feel the cold. We must unite and pool all our resources in order to overcome this difficulty." Mei Shuanghua pondered for a moment and nodded slightly. If Yang Feng hadn't led his fleet to help, the Bright Moon School would have been destroyed in one fell swoop, and countless people would have died. When Yang Feng and them kill the Gamana universe's powerhouses, they get the favor of this universe. Similarly, when the Gamana universe's powerhouses kill the powerhouses and ordinary people of this universe, they get the favor of this universe. If the Gamana universe's powerhouses have the chance, they will destroy one plane after another and erase the intelligent life forms on those planes. This is the cruelest war of annexation between two universes. Only when the intelligent life forms of one side die, or when most of them die, can the victor be determined. The universe that the victor belonged to could annex the other universe to advance, and the victor could also obtain great benefits. As for the losers, most of them would die, and only a few would be able to linger on and become the slaves of the victor. Yang Feng glanced at the holographic projection of the battlefield and exclaimed, "The underlying strength of the Star River sect is really amazing." At this time, in the headquarters of the Star River sect, there is a star giant formed from 108 stars. Inside the star giant, there are warlock towers radiating dazzling light and supporting the huge star giant. The huge star giant exhaled a beam of starlight from its mouth and waved its hand, and starlight shone. Wherever it passed, the Gamana universe's powerhouses were blasted into ashes and the void collapsed. In front of the star giant, there is a star shield formed from 36 stars. The stars on the star shield were also covered with countless warlock towers, supporting the star shield. There are only 4 hives besieging the Star River sect. One of them is fully opened and turned into a black curtain, cutting off the Star River sect from absorbing the surrounding star force. Otherwise, the strength of the star giant would have increased by several times. A steady stream of experts flew out from the four divine nests and clashed with the Star Giant and the Star Shield. Although the Star Giant and the Star Shield are extremely tyrannical, but there are too many Infinity Warlock rank, Bright World Warlock rank, and Glorious Sun Warlock rank powerhouses in the hives. The Star River sect is also at a disadvantage, but its situation is much better than that of the Bright Moon School not long ago. Mei Shuanghua gave Yang Feng a meaningful look and said, "It seems that the Star River sect can still hold on for a while. If the four sects want to form an alliance, the strong naturally have great power. If Yang Feng wants to weaken the Star River sect, now is the best time. As long as Yang Feng acts a fraction later, the Star River sect's vigor will be weakened a fraction." Yang Feng gave an irrelevant answer. "The Great Tribulation is coming. We are all in the same boat. Only by uniting can we hope to win." When the huge fleet received Yang Feng's order, resplendent beams swept towards the Gamana universe's powerhouses. The Starfield-grade main artillery slammed into the huge hive with a black canopy, and with a loud rumble, the huge hive was blasted to pieces in an instant. Swept by the virtually endless beams, more than 1,000 of the Gamana universe's powerhouses besieging the Star Giant were killed at once. After the huge hive with a black canopy was destroyed, countless star runes appeared on the huge Star Giant's body, and it frantically absorbed star force from the nearest star, and its strength increased by several times. It grabbed an Infinity Warlock rank powerhouse of the Gamana universe, and endless star force swept out and purified the powerhouse. The huge Star Giant suddenly opened its mouth, compressed star force, and turned into a resplendent beam of star force that slammed into a hive. Under the bombardment of the resplendent beam of star force, the hive was blasted into pieces, and then purified by the endless star force. After the Star Giant unleashed that fearsome strike, the surrounding starlight dimmed, and its strength suddenly dropped by several times. However, after 2 hives were destroyed, the remaining 2 hives issued the order to retreat. Countless powerhouses of the Gamana universe besieging the Star River sect retreated and decisively turned into streams of light flying towards the hives. The Star Shield suddenly opened, and a huge star net suddenly appeared in the void and trapped 20 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses and 500 Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses. Well done, as expected of the Star River sect. It is better to cut off 1 finger than to injure 5 fingers. They are well aware of this principle. Go. With a flash of excitement in his eyes, Yang Feng's figure fluttered, and he took Agnipe and the other Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses and the 1 million 5th generation battle robots to rush towards the 20 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses and 500 Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses trapped in the net. That is top-notch prey. As if the sharpest spear, the 1 million 5th generation battle robots stabbed into the midst of the Gamana universe's powerhouses and attacked the Gamana universe's powerhouses frantically without regard for anything else. Boom, boom. The sound of huge explosions rang incessantly, and 5th generation battle robots were blown up one after another. At the same time, Bright World Warlocks were also blown up by the 5th generation battle robots and turned into a mist of blood that dissipated in all directions. Mei Shuanghua slayed a Bright World Warlock. Watching the 5th generation battle robots besieging the Bright World Warlock and Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses, her heart filled with shock. So strong. This is Yang Feng's trump card. What a terrifying mechanical golem legion. Each of these mechanical golems possesses Glorious Sun Warlock rank battle prowess. Glorious Sun Warlock rank powerhouses are the upper echelons of warlock groups. Even the Bright Moon School, one of the 10 great sects of the Great Cloud Dynasty, including gods, has no more than 100 Glorious Sun Warlock rank existences. The number of 5th generation battle robots reaches 1 million, which is equivalent to 1 million Glorious Sun Warlock rank powerhouses. Faced with this terrifying force, even if it is a Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse, they will be in danger of dying if they don't escape. A Devour Black Moon wreaked havoc on the battlefield. In its wake, Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses of the Gamana universe were devoured one after another. Their flesh, blood, and soul were purified and turned into the purest life origin force for Yang Feng to absorb. Many top experts flew out from the Star River sect and joined the siege of the Gamana universe's powerhouses. As a sect that specializes in astrology, the Star River sect knows countless secrets. They are aware that killing the Gamana universe's powerhouses will bring them great benefits. Chapter 866. Besieged by Yang Feng and the other two forces, the Gamana universe's 20 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses and 500+ Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses were quickly annihilated. After all, the Gamana universe's Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses used external objects to advance to the Bright World Warlock rank. As such, most of them only possess Bright World Warlock rank strength. They can only rely on numbers to win. Besieged by Yang Feng and the other top experts, they were defeated so easily. Thank you, Sect Master Yang, Lady Plum, for coming forward to help. The Star River sect will never forget your kindness. With the situation settled, the Star River sect's Great Elder Xinghe Xiang came to Yang Feng's side with 21 Great Elders and saluted him. The Star River sect's Great Elder Xinghe Mingxian took a deep look at Yang Feng with a complicated look in his eyes. Xinghe Mingxian is an Infinity Warlock with the highest status in the Zhangji Plain, and he is responsible for presiding over the Star River sect's affairs in the Zhangji Plain. At the time, in Xinghe Mingxian's eyes, Yang Feng was just a junior with infinite potential. In less than 300 years he has become the Battle Demon sect's sect master, wields great power, and has countless experts under his command. This naturally aroused some jealousy and envy in his heart. Yang Feng smiled. Our four sects are allies, so it's only natural for us to help each other. The Saint Demon sect has also sent a request for help to the Battle Demon sect. I have to lead troops to support them, so I'll take my leave now. After Yang Feng destroyed a hive and annihilated 20 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses and 500+ Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses, another 10 Dazzling Light units have evolved. At present, he has 30 Bright World Warlock rank Dazzling Light units under his command. Dazzling Light units can evolve into Dazzling Rulers, but they also need to go through countless fierce battles before they can evolve into Dazzling Rulers. Yang Feng took the initiative to support the Bright Moon School and the Star River sect. On one hand, it is to help his allies and gain the universe's favor. On the other hand, he hopes that there will be more battles so that Dazzling Light units can evolve more. Xinghe Mingxian stepped forward and said, Sect Master Yang, I will go with you to support the Saint Demon sect on behalf of the Star River sect. Xinghe Mingxian is an intermediate Infinity Warlock rank powerhouse. Coupled with his Monarch-grade secret treasures, he can even fight advanced Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses. His combat power was among the top 5 in the Galaxy Master sect, so his participation in the battle proved the Galaxy Master sect's sincerity. Yang Feng agreed, all right. The Saint Devil Plane was the base of the Saint Devil sect. At this time, there were 5 god nests floating in the starry sky of the Saint Demon Plane. An almost endless number of the Gamana universe's powerhouses poured out of the 5 hives and rushed towards the Saint Demon Plane. In the Saint Demon Plane, light shone, and a 10,000-meter-tall Cyclops evil ogre king exuding warlock monarch rank fluctuations of power and a 10,000-meter-tall gold giant king radiating gold light and surrounded by countless runes fought with the Gamana universe's powerhouses. Countless angels, evil ghosts, abyssal creatures, fiends, and other powerful existences flew out of the Saint Demon Plane and fought with the god-fiend rank powerhouses of the hive. Among the alliance of the 4 forces, the Saint Devil sect was the most powerful and had the deepest foundation. Led by 5 strong divine force rank gods, 28 intermediate divine force rank gods fought the Gamana universe's powerhouses with the one-eyed evil ogre monarch and the gold giant monarch as shields. Amid screams, the Saint Demon sect and the Gamana universe's powerhouses died from time to time. The Saint Demon sect unleashed all of its underlying strength and gained a slight upper hand. However, just as they gained the upper hand, more and more powerhouses poured out from the 5 hives and started fighting with the powerhouses of the Saint Devil sect. When the seriously injured Gamana universe's powerhouses flew back to the hives, they recovered 90% of their battle prowess within a few breaths of time, and then threw themselves back into the battlefield. As the battle went on, the Saint Demon sect gradually fell into a disadvantageous position. One after another, intermediate divine force rank gods were blown up by the Gamana universe's powerhouses. God of Darkness Luo, the strongest great elder of the Saint Demon sect, turned into a river of darkness and blocked the 13 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses of the Gamana universe in one breath. None of the 13 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses of the Gamana universe are Luo An's opponents. But when the 13 of them joined forces, they suppressed Luo into the point where he couldn't breathe. Each of the 5 strong divine force rank gods blocked at least 5 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses of the Gamana universe. However, the number of Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses in the Gamana universe is as high as 1,000. Every time the 1,000 plus Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses make a move, countless experts of the Saint Demon sect will be slain. Damn it, reinforcements, why haven't the reinforcements arrived yet? Luo and frantically burned divine force crystals, turned into a river of darkness, and resisted the offensive of the Gamana universe's powerhouses. On several occasions, Luo An's river of darkness was blasted apart, and he almost couldn't reform again. He could only roar wildly in his heart. In the distant void, there was a flash of ripples, and a resplendent beam suddenly shot out, slammed into a hive, and blew it apart. The interstellar fleet commanded by Yang Feng emerged from the void and fired a dense rain of light barreling towards the Gamana universe's powerhouses like a tide. Countless powerhouses of the Gamana universe were turned into ashes by the rain of light. The hatch of the huge fleet opened, and a mechanical sea formed from countless 4th-generation battle robots rushed towards the Gamana universe's powerhouses. Before long, they appeared on the battlefield and engaged the Gamana universe's powerhouses in close combat. The 6 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses, Agnipe's 3 marshals, Yu Yen, Alexia, and Yu Tianling, commanded the 1 million 5th-generation battle robots to rush towards the Gamana universe's Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses like a sharp knife and hunt them down. Even if the Gamana universe's Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses are fake, but they still possess Infinity Warlock rank battle prowess. As for the Gamana universe's Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses, they are the best to besiege and kill. Besieged by 1 million Glorious Sun Warlock rank battle robots, the 1,000 plus Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses of the Gamana universe suffered heavy casualties. Seeing that the situation is far from reassuring, the remaining 4 hives chose to retreat at once. Thank you, Sect Master Yang, Great Elder Mei, Great Elder Xinghe for coming forward to help. The Saint Demon sect will never forget this great kindness. When the 4 hives disappeared, Luo An came to Yang Feng with the remaining 21 great elders of the Saint Demon sect and saluted. Before the battle with the Gamana universe's powerhouses, the Saint Demon sect had a total of 39 great elders above the Bright World Warlock rank. But after the battle, the Saint Demon sect only has 21 great elders left. Yang Feng responded with a smile. Our 4 sects are allies. It's only natural for us to help. Luo An uttered with a smile. Sect Master Yang, you must have consumed a lot of energy in coming to support the Saint Demon sect. Please make a list. The Saint Demon sect won't let you suffer a loss. Xinghe Mingxian uttered, that's right. Sect Master Yang, the Star River sect won't let you suffer a loss. Mei Shuanghua responded with a smile. The Bright Moon School won't let our allies suffer a loss either. Luo An and the other 2 were all old foxes who had lived for a long time. They are well aware that if they don't give Yang Feng some benefits, then, the next time their headquarters was attacked, no one would come to save them. Then I won't stand on ceremony. Without a trace of politeness, Yang Feng drew up a list of 30 times his losses and handed it to Luo An and the other 2. As long as the 3 sects paid for the resources on the wastage list, Yang Feng could manufacture a legion of up to 1 million 5th-generation battle robots. After Luo An and the other 2 looked at the list, their eyebrows rose slightly, but they didn't have any objections. Although the losses on the list are so great that they feel some heartache, but although many of the materials are precious, but they aren't necessary for cultivation. Besides, it's better to give them than to be killed by the Gamana universe's powerhouses. Yang Feng waved the list in his hand and said with a smile, Luo and Mingxian, Shuanghua. This time, the Gamana universe's powerhouses launched an all-out war. If you have friends who can't resist their attack, you can pay me resources and ask me to help them. As long as they are willing to pay twice the amount, I'm willing to help them. This is just the first probing all-out attack of the Gamana universe. Even so, with the exception of the 36 primary material planes, the rest of the forces in the universe can hardly resist such an attack. Since Yang Feng has such an elite legion in his hands, he naturally wants to take advantage of this opportunity to defeat the Gamana universe's legions one by one. On the one hand, he can cut off the Gamana universe's strength and reap the universe's favor. On the other hand, he can improve the quantity and quality of his mechanical legion. When Luo and the other two heard Yang Feng's words, their eyes lit up at once, and they took out communications secret treasures and contacted the distance. Xinghe Mingxuan's face flickered, and he uttered with a complicated expression, "The myriad snow gate's headquarters has been destroyed." When they heard this, the eyes of Luo and the others revealed a chill. As one of the 10 great sects of the Great Cloud Dynasty in the past, the myriad snow gate is a little weak. But it is still a huge warlock group with deep roots. Yet the myriad snow gate was destroyed in the first round of the Gamana universe's attack. Naturally, Luo and them, who are also members of the 10 great sects, felt sad. Luo uttered, "The Flame of Illusion Dragon and the Saint Demon sect have always been on good terms. They are still holding on. At the same time, they are willing to pay 3 times the amount on the list to ask you to help them." Yang Feng uttered decisively, "Then I'll help the Flame of Illusion Dragon." Chapter 867. The Gamana universe's powerhouses are very cautious. The fleet commanded by Yang Feng fought tirelessly, defeated 6 hive legions in a row, and saved 6 warlock groups more powerful than the Battle Demon sect. Although the Zhangji plane is the only super grade 1 plane that human warlocks have discovered so far. But before the universe underwent a mutation, the essence of the Zhangji plane was in the core world. Although the Battle Demon sect is one of the Great Cloud Dynasty's 10 great sects and is extremely powerful. However, there are also countless powerful human warlock groups hidden in the vast universe. Someone is a step ahead of us. As soon as Yang Feng's fleet flew out of the astral boundary, it detected 2 huge forces fighting the Gamana universe's powerhouses in the distance. One of the forces manipulated 10 archdevils exuding warlock monarch rank fluctuations of power. The 10 archdevils, who are engraved with countless runes, roared wildly and fired various innate spells at the sky. The combined attack of the 10 warlock monarch rank archdevils is simply earth-shattering. In the wake of the innate spells of the 10 warlock monarch rank archdevils, a large number of the Gamana universe's powerhouses were blasted to ashes, and even infinity warlocks were insta-killed. In addition to the 10 warlock monarch rank archdevils, the other force also controls 60 infinity warlock rank abyssal fiends, evil gods, evil ogres, and other extraordinary life forms. Each extraordinary life form is a living being, not a mindless weapon. Yang Feng looked at the terrifying legion with a dignified shade in his eyes. What a terrifying force! 10 warlock monarch rank archdevils plus 60 infinity warlock rank extraordinary life forms. This terrifying force can already destroy Yang Feng's force before the stronghold has advanced to a level 5 stronghold. Even if the Battle Demon sect uses its underlying strength, it won't be able to resist such a terrifying force. Luo and Xinghe Mingxian, Mei Shuanghua, and other powerhouses looked at the 10 warlock monarch rank archdevils with a dignified shade in their eyes. The 10 warlock monarch rank archdevils are all living beings. Even a major force like the Saint Demon sect isn't willing to make an enemy of a warlock monarch rank archdevil. Mei Shuanghua carefully looked for a while and said, "Those are the people of the demon god Imperial Court. Those ancient devils have the mark of the demon god Imperial Court on their bodies. This is the elite army of the demon god Imperial Court, the demon god Legion." Luo sighed emotionally. The demonic divine Imperial Court is indeed one of the 8 great warlock dynasties. It's really powerful. During the heyday of the transcendent Imperial Court, there were many Holy Spirit warlock rank evil gods, archfiends, true dragons, and other extraordinary life forms serving in the Transcendent Legion. The 36 prime material planes were the source of his troops, and they were ferocious and mighty. Countless years have passed since the collapse of the Transcendent Dynasty, yet it can still easily mobilize 10 Warlock Monarch rank Archdevils and 60 Infinity Warlock rank Transcendents. From this, it can be seen how terrifying the Transcendent Dynasty is. Xinghe Mingxian heaved a sigh of relief. Fortunately, we still have the 6 Warlock dynasties to rely on. Otherwise, we humans would have no hope of surviving this great tribulation. The might of the Gamana universe frightened Xinghe Mingxian. According to the information received by Xinghe Mingxian, 13 major forces on friendly terms with the Star River sect have been razed to the ground by the Gamana universe's powerhouses. If it weren't for Yang Feng's support, the Star River sect would have been one of the destroyed forces. Yang Feng sneered in his heart. The 6 Warlock dynasties can be relied on? In this great tribulation, the only person you can rely on is yourself. Only by constantly improving yourself can you have hope of surviving. Yang Feng transmitted his voice cautiously. We are the reinforcements sent by the Battle Demon sect. Friends from the Sea of Red Stars, do you need our help? An overbearing and unruly voice came from the battlefield. You're not needed here, Scram. The faces of Luoan and the other powerhouses changed. They are all great elders of their forces who hold great weight. For the voice to tell them to scram, it's only natural that they are filled with anger. A cold expression on his face, Yang Feng decisively gave the order to jump. An astral passageway suddenly appeared, and the huge fleet flew into the astral passageway. Damn it, old Yen, you son of a bitch. I spent a lot of effort to invite the Battle Demon sect's reinforcements out of goodwill. Is this how you treat me? Very well. Next time you're besieged by the other universe's powerhouses, I'll be a son of a bitch if I come to save you. As soon as he entered the astral passageway, Luoan took out a communications secret treasure and shouted angrily at the Sea of Red Stars' great elder Yan Ming. On the other side, Yan Ming said with a bitter smile, Old Luo, I didn't know that the Transcendent Imperial Court's people would appear. I'm the one who let you down. However, the Sea of Red Stars also paid a price. After this war, we will be incorporated into the Transcendent Imperial Court. Luoan fell silent at once. Although the Sea of Red Stars obtained the Transcendent Imperial Court's help, it also paid a huge price. That is, the warlock groups were annexed by the Transcendent Imperial Court and lost their autonomy. Xinghe Mingxian and Mei Shuanghua sank into their thoughts. The Gamana universe's probing attack showed them how powerful the Gamana universe is. They also understood the dangers of the Great Tribulation. This is just a probing attack. If the Gamana universe really goes all out, warlock groups like the Star River sect and the Bright Moon School will be easily crushed. Everyone, this is the main battle body of my mechanical marionette legion. You have seen their combat power. What do you think of them? Yang Feng smiled and willed, and teleportation light shone, and several 5th-generation battle robots appeared in front of him. Xinghe Mingxian stared at the 5th-generation battle robots with a scorching shade in his eyes, very powerful mechanical golems. Each of them possesses glorious Sun Warlock rank battle prowess, and in some aspects, they possess Infinity Warlock rank characteristics. Luoan and the other 2 powerhouses looked at the 5th-generation battle robots with a scorching shade in their eyes. The 1 million 5th-generation battle robots commanded by Yang Feng are like the sharpest spears. Every time they launch an attack, it is earth-shattering and powerful. More than a dozen of the Gamana universe's Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses have died in the mechanical sea of the 5th-generation battle robots. This is a first-class legion. Powerful warlock groups like the Star River sect, the Saint Demon sect, and the Bright Moon School have less than 1,000 glorious Sun Warlocks in total. The power of the 1 million glorious Sun Warlock rank mechanical legion is simply appalling, making Luoan and the others envious. Yang Feng smiled and handed Luoan and the others a list of the selling prices of the 5th-generation battle robots. These are new types of mechanical golems that I developed through the research of the Golem Lord's inheritance. Originally, I wanted to hide them as the foundation of the battle demon sect. But now that the Great Tribulation has arrived, and you are good friends of the battle demon sect, as long as you are willing to buy them, I can sell you a large number of such mechanical golems. Luoan and the others took a closer look at the price list, and then revealed looks of excitement. Yang Feng is selling the 5th-generation battle robots at 5 times the price of building them. Even so, the resources needed to buy a 5th-generation battle robot is 1,000 times less than the resources needed to cultivate a glorious Sun Warlock rank powerhouse. The shortcoming of the 5th-generation battle robots is that they are difficult to promote. However, with the Great Tribulation approaching, the most important thing is to seize the time to improve the strength of your forces. Great forces such as the Battle Demon Sect, the Bright Moon School, the Star River Sect, and the Saint Demon Sect have huge reserves of resources, which are normally not allowed to be used. They can only be used at the most critical times. Even if Yang Feng takes control of the Battle Demon Sect, it will be difficult for him to use the strategic material reserves of the Battle Demon Sect. However, after the war with the Gamana universe, the Battle Demon Sect agreed to activate the strategic material reserves and do everything they can to improve their fighting strength. After the war with the Gamana universe's powerhouses, the Star River Sect and the other powerful sects will also use the strategic material reserves to improve themselves at all costs. Luoan's eyes flashed with a scorching shade, and he said loudly, 100,000 no, 500,000 no, 1 million. The Saint Demon Sect can buy 1 million of these mechanical golems. Xinghe Mingxian uttered decisively, 1 million. The Star River Sect also wants to buy 1 million of these mechanical golems. Mei Shuanghua's beautiful eyes flickered with an enigmatic gleam, and she uttered decisively, 5 million. Sect Master Yang, the Bright Moon School will buy 5 million of these mechanical golems. For the sake of our 2 allies, please give us priority in the supply. Xinghe Mingxuan's face suddenly flickered, and he uttered, the Star River Sect will increase the price by 10%. Sect Master Yang, please give us priority. Luoan uttered anxiously, 30%, the Saint Demon Sect will increase the price by 30%. Sect Master Yang, please give us priority. The Saint Demon Sect is a good friend of the Battle Demon Sect. The Gamana universe's powerhouses have frightened the Star River Sect and the other 2 sections. Only with the protection of a 1 million 5th-generation mechanical legion can they sleep soundly. Otherwise, who knows when their lair will be breached by the Gamana universe. As wily old foxes, Luoan and the other 2 are naturally aware that since Yang Feng sold them the 5th-generation battle robots so generously, he must have some tricks up his sleeve. However, under the threat of the Gamana universe's powerhouses, they have no choice but to buy these mechanical golems from Yang Feng. Furthermore, they are scrambling to buy them. Yang Feng smiled slightly. Don't worry, I can guarantee that I will sell you the mechanical golems in the shortest time possible. However, you have to pay for the goods first. Luoan and the other 2 uttered resolutely, no problem. Chapter 868. A communications secret treasure on Luoan suddenly lit up, and his eyes shimmered with a dignified shade, and he asked Yang Feng, the Great Cloud Dynasty invited us to the Cloud Sea Plain to hunt the Gamana universe's main force. Sect Master Yang, what do you think? Mei Shuanghua replied with a cold smile. The Cloud Sea Plain is one of the foundations of the Bai family. The Bai family drove us out of the Zhangji Plain, and now they're asking us to help them. How shameless. Xinghe Mingxian sighed slightly. The Bai family really went too far at the time. At the time when Bai Wuqing took action, the Great Cloud Dynasty swept the Zhangji Plain's eastern world's 10 great sects and drove them as well as many top sects out of the Zhangji Plain and monopolized the Zhangji Plain's resources. The Zhangji Plain is the birthplace of human warlocks as well as the only known super grade 1 plane in the universe. After the 10 great sects were driven out of the Zhangji Plain, they suffered great losses. Naturally, no one has a favorable impression of the Great Cloud Dynasty's imperial court. Whether it is Mei Shuanghua or Xinghe Mingxian, they both want the Bai family to die. Yang Feng suddenly smiled and said, without the lips, the teeth will feel the cold. Although the Bai family is a good-for-nothing, but they are still human warlocks. Now that the Bai family is in trouble, as human warlocks, we should help them. I've decided to go and take a look. With 1 million fifth-generation battle robots at his disposal, Yang Feng can even defeat a warlock monarch rank powerhouse with that terrifying power. Because there is a huge barrier between the Gamana universe and the universe of warlocks, the Gamana universe's Holy Spirit warlock rank powerhouses cannot cross the barrier for the time being. Unless Yang Feng's luck is really bad, and the Gamana universe's powerhouses mobilize dozens of hives to besiege him, he won't be defeated at all. Luoan thought for a moment, and then showed a smile. Indeed, we should help the Bai family. If the Bai family's base is captured by the Gamana universe's forces, Yang Feng and them can go and collect the Bai family's treasured secret treasures. If the Bai family puts the Gamana universe's forces in a sorry state, Yang Feng and them can take advantage of the situation to hunt the Gamana universe's powerhouses. As soon as Yang Feng made his decision, the huge fleet flew into a celestial body's teleportation gate. In the vast starry sky of the Cloud Sea dimension, a fist-sized astral passage suddenly appeared. A huge fleet flew out of the fist-sized astral passage in a completely invisible manner like a ghost's. As soon as they flew out of the astral plane passage, the huge invisible fleet strangely enlarged inch by inch and returned to its original size. Yang Feng glanced at the holographic projection on the bridge, a dignified look in his eyes, and he uttered unhurriedly, "The Bai family is indeed a force that has been in charge of the Great Cloud Dynasty for tens of thousands of years. Its underlying strength is really amazing." The Cloud Sea dimension was a second-class dimension that was second only to the 36 main substance dimensions. In the outer space of the Cloud Sea plane, there were many stars floating. Each star was a divine country of a god. The Cloud Sea realm was a second-class realm, and it could accommodate more than 10,000 gods. The stars in the outer space of the Cloud Sea dimension were all god kingdoms of gods. There were more than 7,000 of them, and each god kingdom belonged to a weak god power god or above. The 7,000 divine countries shone, resonated with each other, and formed a divine country barrier that enveloped the entire plane. Unless the Gamana universe's powerhouses could destroy more than half of the 7,000 divine countries, they wouldn't be able to break through the barrier and enter the Cloud Sea plane to kill the ordinary people of the Cloud Sea plane. Using their divine countries as bases, angel legions fought the Gamana universe's powerhouses. Once the angel legions were destroyed by the Gamana universe's powerhouses, as long as their angel hearts weren't destroyed, they would fall into the angel pool of their divine countries, absorb divine force, and be reborn. Among the 7,000 divine countries, there were 32 strong divine force-grade divine countries exuding dazzling divine light as the backbone of the Gamana universe's forces. In the center of the 32 strong divine force-grade divine countries, there were 3 divine countries exuding mighty divine force-grade divine light suspended in the air. The 3 mighty divine force-grade gods were the Bai family's strongest and most profound underlying strength. Compared to the warlock path, the god path was both difficult and simple. It was extremely difficult for a god to advance by themselves. They needed to have a comprehension of laws, an understanding of the divine authority, and the support of tremendous divine force. However, so long as they had a superior godhead, everything would become very easy, and they could advance rapidly until the potential of the superior godhead was exhausted. The godheads of the 3 mighty divine force rank gods are the 3 mighty divine force rank godheads that the Bai family has obtained through various means during the tens of thousands of years it has been in control of the Great Cloud Dynasty. Although it was difficult for the 3 mighty divine force grade gods to leave the Cloud Sea plane, but they were still the most powerful guardians of the Cloud Sea plane. In addition to the 3 mighty divine force grade gods, there were 26 warlock monarch grade secret treasures at the edge of the divine country's boundary. Each of the 26 warlock monarch grade secret treasures was slightly weaker than the Star River Sex star giant. But when the 26 warlock monarch grade secret treasures joined forces, they surpassed the Star River Sex star giant by far. In addition to the 26 warlock monarch grade secret treasures, the Bai family also used 285 infinity warlock rank weapons. This showed the profound underlying strength of the Zhangji Plane's number 1 force. In the starfield outside the Cloud Sea Plane, there were 36 honeycomb-shaped hives floating. A steady stream of Gum-Ana Universe's powerhouses poured out of the 36 honeycomb-shaped hives and fought with the Bai family's powerhouses. More than 700 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses, 10,000 Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses, hundreds of thousands of Glorious Sun Warlock rank powerhouses, and more than 10 million Moonlight Warlock rank powerhouses flew out of the 36 honeycomb-shaped hives. Countless rays of light intertwined, and the whole world seemed to collapse. In the Gum-Ana Universe's army, there were 16 100-meter-long weapons made from small honeycombs, with a spike on the head, 8 pairs of eyes, 7 pairs of wings on the back, 6 pairs of claws on the body, and a scorpion-like tail on the back. Exuding Warlock Monarch rank fluctuations of power, the 16 weird weapons fought with the Bai family's 26 Warlock Monarch grade weapons and forcibly suppressed them. The 3 great divine force rank deities of the Bai family joined forces and burned their divine energy in a frenzy to fight against a monster that was 10 times the size of an ordinary beehive. It had 2 wings on its back, countless sharp tentacles growing out of its torso, and 8 huge eyes all over its body. Each of those eyes was 500 meters in diameter, and there were countless strange pupils in each of them. The eyes of the freak with 8 huge eyes shone brightly and barreled towards the 3 mighty divine force rank gods of the Bai family. With a dignified expression on their faces, the 3 mighty divine force rank gods of the Bai family frantically burned divine force and cast powerful defensive divine spells to resist the strange beams fired by the 8 eyes, their eyes filled with apprehension. Yang Feng carefully observed the battle and said, "The Bai family situation doesn't look good. The Bai family hasn't gone all out yet." Luoan uttered with a smile, "The Bai family has 2 Empyrean-grade secret treasures. One is the Magic Note Throne, and the other is the Archgod Era's Empyrean-grade secret treasure Zigu Wood Staff. Zigu's Wood Staff is a treasure that a Warlock Emperor rank Archgod named Zigu refined from the corpse of another Warlock Emperor rank Archgod and countless treasures of heaven and earth from the corpse of another Warlock Emperor rank Archgod. The founder of the Bai family was lucky enough to obtain the Zigu Wood Staff. After the collapse of the Dawn Dynasty, he commanded the heroes and founded the Great Cloud Dynasty. Each Empyrean-grade secret treasure is infinitely powerful and possesses all kinds of incredible power. The number of Empyrean-grade secret treasures refined by the 8 Warlock dynasties is not large, and each of them has an owner. However, since the Age of Eternal and the Age of Archgods, there are still some Empyrean-grade secret treasures that have no owner. Mei Shuanghua's eyes shimmered with a fierce shade, and she uttered with a smile, "After the Bai family goes all out, we'll help them." In the alliance of the Battle Demon sect and the other 3 sects, the Bright Moon School is the weakest. Moreover, most of the Bright Moon School's foundation is in the Zhangji Plane. Its development of other planes is far behind that of the Battle Demon sect and the other 3 sections. Therefore, the Bright Moon School hates the Bai family the most. With a flash of light, a figure formed in front of Yang Feng's fleet. It is the current emperor of the Great Cloud Dynasty, Bai Wuqing. In front of Yang Feng's fleet, Bai Wuqing's eyes streaked with ridicule, and he barked, "Duke Lei Ming of the North, I order you to immediately lead your fleet to attack the other universe's freaks." A throne-like rune appeared on Bai Wuqing's forehead. Almost at the same time, a throne-like rune appeared on Yang Feng's forehead as well. The fate algorithm throbbed, and a premonition of danger welled up in Yang Feng's heart. Yang Feng's face suddenly changed dramatically. With the Level 5 optical computer network with Warlock Monarch rank computing power, he guessed the truth of the matter in a flash. Shit, it's the power of the Empyrean-grade secret treasure Magic Note Throne. The Empyrean-grade secret treasure Magic Note Throne is not only a peerless secret treasure that can assist warlocks in their cultivation, but it also has all kinds of mysterious abilities. "As you command." On the bridge, Yang Feng saluted Bai Wuqing decisively. At the same time, he used a loudspeaker to transmit his voice outsides. With that, the throne rune on Yang Feng's forehead disappeared at once. Chapter 869. Grand Duke of the North, I order you to mobilize all troops at once. Before Bai Wucheng's projection could finish speaking, transparent threads suddenly appeared on his body, making him dumbfounded and lose his mind. A dignified gleam streaked past Yang Feng's eyes, and he uttered unhurriedly, "At the time, I was forced to accept Great Cloud Dynasty's appointment. I didn't expect that there would be such a hidden danger." Mei Shuanghua glanced at Yang Feng, and her beautiful eyes shimmered with enigmatic light. Undying Mountain's Lei Ming, so he is Undying Mountain's young master Lei Ming who established a great foundation in Great Cloud Dynasty. Xinghe Mingxuan's eyes shimmered with a complicated shade. Grand Duke of the North. The Grand Duke of the North, who is in charge of Ligui Province, Yu Province, and Bright Moon Province. No wonder his strength improved so quickly. In recent years, Undying Mountain's young master Lei Ming has been a top figure in Sangji Plain. He is the controller of 3 provinces, has countless cultivation resources, and has many experts under his command. The Bright Moon School and the Star River sect naturally pay attention to such a figure. However, Yang Feng has been hiding it well. It is only recently that he revealed some flaws. Only those who have been investigating Undying Mountain's Lei Ming know that Yang Feng is Lei Ming and Lei Ming is Yang Feng. Luo An's eyes shimmered with enigmatic light, and he uttered unhurriedly, "This is one of the powers of the Magic Note Throne. Anyone who was granted an official position or title by the Magic Note Throne had to obey Bai Wucheng's reasonable orders in front of him. Otherwise, they will suffer a backlash from the power of the Magic Note Throne. The stronger they are, the heavier the backlash." Xinghe Mingxian uttered, "The 10 great sects will only send top disciples to join Great Cloud Dynasty's imperial court to gain experience. After reaching a bottleneck, they will resign and return to their sects, in order to not be bound by the Magic Note Throne. Most of Great Cloud Dynasty's 3 Grand Ministers, 9 Ministers, 6 Ministries, and Palace Eunuchs are loyal to the Bai family because the Magic Note Throne grants them tremendous power. Similarly, the Magic Note Throne can deprive them of their power. I, Undying Mountain's Lei Ming, resign from today on all my official and noble titles in Great Cloud Dynasty." Yang Feng operated fate algorithm, and countless mysterious runes appeared in his eyes, looking like he is in a hazy sea of fate. Threads of fate appeared in front of Yang Feng. Yang Feng can clearly see that among the countless threads of fate connected to him, there is a thread of fate exuding a queer black aura. At the moment his words fell, half of the thread of fate dissipated. An illusory and transparent blade of fate suddenly appeared and slashed at the thread of fate. Distorted light shone, and Bai Wucheng's figure strangely appeared in front of the thread of fate and said in a clear voice, "Yang Feng, the Great Tribulation has arrived. Only when we human warlocks unite as one, can we join hands to survive this Great Tribulation. As long as you join my Great Cloud Dynasty and serve me, I can confer you the title of Grand Prince and use the power of the Magic Note Throne to help you promote to a warlock monarch. At the same time, I will bestow upon you the title of Imperial Prince, a hereditary title that will coexist with the country. What I want is real power, not fake power that is controlled by others." Yang Feng smiled and pointed with a finger, and the illusory and transparent blade of fate slashed and severed the black thread of fate. As soon as the black thread of fate was severed, Yang Feng felt his body relax. Although his power was immediately weakened by a chunk, but he was able to use it more freely. A copious amount of black aura emerged from the black thread of fate, formed a black throne brand, and engraved on Yang Feng's forehead. The Cloud Sea Plain, in a luxurious palace, Bai Wucheng sitting on the throne opened his eyes expressionlessly, took a deep look at Yang Feng's location, and said unhurriedly, "He broke free from the shackles of the Magic Note Throne. Henceforth, he is like a tiger in the woods and a dragon in the sea. I don't know whether this is a blessing or a curse for the Bai family." Yang Feng touched the black brand on his forehead. "This brand is the power of the Magic Note Throne. It will not dissipate before I complete Bai Wucheng's order. Once the power of the Magic Note Throne is unleashed, even Warlock Emperor rank powerhouses will find it hard to contend against its queer power." The corners of Yang Feng's mouth rose, and he sensed the trembling of the devourers in the small world inside him. However, I have the devourers, which are the nemesis of curse-like spells. However, it's not time to expose this trump card yet. Besides, it's also in my interest to attack the Gamana universe's powerhouses. By killing the Gamana universe's powerhouses, you can get the universe's favor. In this universe, you can have your wishes come true. Some small probability events can be magnified infinitely. In the long run, they will bring you great benefits. Yang Feng's subordinates, the Mechanical Legion, and the universe's favor obtained by killing the Gamana universe's powerhouses can be superimposed on him. Naturally, he is very interested in hunting the Gamana universe's powerhouses. A Star Destroyer battleship suddenly appeared in the void. Its hatch opened, and a dense crowd of modified fourth-generation battle robots flew out, blotting out the sky as they flew toward the battlefield. Yang Feng released 1 million modified fourth-generation battle robots in one go. All these years, Yang Feng has never stopped the construction of battle robots. Due to resource limitations, he has only produced a little more than 1 million fifth-generation battle robots. However, the number of fourth-generation battle robots has already reached 3 billion. For Yang Feng, the 1 million modified fourth-generation battle robots are just a drop in the bucket. Even if they are all destroyed, he won't feel any heartache. The 1 million fourth-generation battle robots didn't fly directly to the center of the battlefield. Instead, they hunted the Moonlight Warlock rank Gamana universe's powerhouses at the edge of the battlefield. With the addition of the 1 million Moonlight Warlock rank Mechanical Legion, the Bai family's situation improved a bit. A Supreme Infinity Warlock rank Fire Qilin flew out from the side and joined the battlefield. However, it is very cunning. It just scavenged at the edge of the battlefield, not daring to go deep into the center. A 10,000-meter-long astral dragon snake, a 1,000-meter-long Mandu giant stone wolf, a 10,000-meter-long giant dragon turtle, and a 10,000-meter-tall evil ogre giant exuding fearsome auras also joined the battle. However, they just scavenged at the edge of the battlefield, hunting the glorious Sun Warlock rank Gamana universe's powerhouses. They aren't willing to contend against the Gamana universe's Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses. In addition, dozens of powerhouses of warlock groups were forced to join the fierce battlefield and carry out a brutal strangulation. After the warlock groups joined the battlefield, the battle was still in a deadlock. If the warlock groups from different places went all out and fought to the death, they might be able to turn the tide of the battle. But the warlocks of warlock groups who were forced to come forward have no intention of fighting to the death for the Bai family. Like Yang Feng, they specialize in hunting the weak. When they encounter a strong enemy, they immediately retreat. 90% of their strength is spent on preserving their lives. Naturally, they can't reverse the situation. Bai Wuqing urged the warlock groups in the Cloud Sea Plain, but the powerhouses of the warlock groups played deaf and dumb, unwilling to fight to the death. The power of the Magic Note Throne is limited. Although Bai Wuqing can issue reasonable orders, but those who are under the control of the orders can disobey them. Boom! Along with a loud noise, a weak divine force ranked divine country in the Cloud Sea Plain's outer space exploded, and the fearsome explosion set off ripples in the divine country net. 10 Infinity Warlock rank, 200 Bright World Warlock rank, and 1,000 Glorious Sun Warlock rank powerhouses flew out from the explosion of the divine country. Divine countries are the countries where gods live and the strongest fortresses of gods. The divine country of a weak divine force rank god can even contend against an infinity warlock. However, no matter how powerful the divine country is, it will still be destroyed in the face of absolute power. The divine country of a weak divine force rank god can barely contend against an infinity warlock. 10 Infinity Warlock rank, 200 Bright World Warlock rank, and 1,000 Glorious Sun Warlock rank powerhouses. This terrifying force isn't something a trifling weak divine force rank divine country can contend against. After the divine country exploded, one of the eyes of the eight-eyed freak that suppressed the Bai family's 3 mighty divine force rank powerhouses shot a ray of light into the void. In the void, a huge hole was opened. 4 hives trembled slightly and then flew out of the huge hole. Yang Feng's face flickered. Shit, this freak can teleport hives. If this goes on, the Bai family has no chance of winning. When the warlocks present saw the 4 hives that suddenly appeared, their faces changed dramatically. At this time, the human warlocks are at a complete disadvantage on the battlefield. Now that 4 hive units have appeared, unless a miracle happens, the human warlock's defeat is almost certain. Yang Feng weighed the pros and cons in his mind, and then finally ordered, "Fire." In an instant, a resplendent beam of light blasted out from the Starfield Battlestar, ran through a hive that was in the process of being teleported, and blasted it apart. Yang Feng's huge fleet suddenly appeared, and countless primary artillery and secondary artillery shone brightly, bombarded the Gamana universe's powerhouses, and blasted them into pieces. So strong. To destroy a hive in the other universe with one blow. Amazing. What secret treasure is that? How can it be so powerful? Seeing this scene, the warlock groups that came as reinforcements were filled with shock. Chapter 870. Inside an ordinary-looking hive, in a palace, there are 3 people sitting. One of them is very handsome, with a red rhombus crystal inlaid on his forehead. The other is shrouded in layers of shadows, making it impossible to see their faces clearly. The other is shrouded in raging flames, making him look like a god of fire. The 3 powerhouses all exude warlock monarch rank fluctuations of power. A red rhombus race warlock monarch rank powerhouse with a red rhombus crystal inlaid on his forehead said with a smile, "This is the mechanical fleet of the battle demon sex Yang Feng. To be able to destroy a hive, that's amazing." His artifact refining technique had the shadow of the Golem Lord, as well as the Magic Note Lord. As expected of a universe that once gave birth to eternal sovereigns. It's not that simple to devour this universe. The eyes of the powerhouse shrouded in flames shimmered with frigid killing intent, and he uttered unhurriedly, "Yang Feng's advancement speed is far faster than that of ordinary warlocks. Only a few freaks can compare to him in terms of advancement speed. He must be one of the children of universe chosen by this universe. If we join forces to kill him, we may be able to promote to an imperishable rank powerhouse." Imperishable rank powerhouses are equivalent to Holy Spirit warlock rank existences in the world of warlocks. Even in the Gamana universe, imperishable rank powerhouses are bigwigs and the protectors of every race. Although the Gamana universe is a universe that is half an energy level higher than that of the Zhangji plane, but it is not easy to give birth to an imperishable rank powerhouse. These 3 warlock monarch rank powerhouses braved dangers to enter this universe as the vanguard in order to obtain the universe's favor and the resources to promote to imperishable rank powerhouses. The so-called children of universe are beings who are favored by the universe. When they go out, they pick up treasures, have fortuitous encounters, and save someone, and become a powerhouse with terrifying strength. The cultivation speed of such beings is naturally astonishing. If you can kill a child of universe from another universe, you will get the universe's favor, and your life in this universe will be smooth sailing. "I'll go kill him." The expert of the Wind Shadow clan, who was shrouded in layers of shadows and couldn't be seen clearly, said coldly. Then, his body instantly disappeared. The Red Rhombus race warlock monarch rank powerhouse sighed with emotion. The Windshadow race's innate talent is really terrifying. They can jump freely in the wind and shadows. They are the most fearsome assassins. If they aren't on guard, even an imperishable rank powerhouse will be assassinated by them. The Flamewell race's warlock monarch rank powerhouse uttered flatly, "That's true." However, although the Windshadow's innate ability is fearsome, but it also has the weakness of assassin-type innate abilities, that is, it's too weak in frontal combat. They rely too much on their innate talents, and if their talents are broken, they will be the easiest to defeat. The 3 hives summoned by the 8-eyed freak flashed slightly, and then flew towards Yang Feng's fleet like 3 meteors. A dense crowd of powerhouses flew out of the 3 hives and flew towards Yang Feng's fleet. Numerous hatches of Yang Feng's fleet opened, and a swarm of 4th-generation battle robots turned into a sea of machinery and swept towards the 3 hives. At present, Yang Feng has begun to pour all his resources into the construction of the 5th-generation battle robots. After being strengthened, the 4th-generation battle robots have been reduced to cannon fodder. Even so, the strengthened 4th-generation battle robots possess Moonlight Warlock rank battle prowess and have the power to threaten Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses. 60 Infinity Warlock rank, 1,400 Bright World Warlock rank, 30,000 Glorious Sun Warlock rank, and 1,000,000 Moonlight Warlock rank powerhouses flew out of the 3 hives and engaged Yang Feng's Mechanical Legion. Yang Feng dispatched 20 million 4th-generation battle robots to form one defensive line after another. At the same time, the fleet's main force retreated. Every time the 60 Infinity Warlock rank and 1,400 Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses of the Gamana universe attacked, the space shattered and, like a sharp blade, split apart the mechanical sea formed by 20 million 4th-generation battle robots. However, under the siege of the 4th-generation battle robots, the Glorious Sun Warlock rank and Moonlight Warlock rank powerhouses of the Gamana universe suffered heavy casualties. Attack! When the 3 hives of the Gamana universe flew to within 30 kilometers of Yang Feng, the mechanical sea formed by 1 million 5th-generation battle robots, which is Yang Feng's strongest spear, suddenly flew out and attacked the 60 Infinity Warlock rank and 1,400 Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses. The spear formed by the 1 million 5th-generation battle robots collided with the arrow formed by the 60 Infinity Warlock rank and 1,400 Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses. In an instant, dozens of Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses were besieged and killed by the 5th-generation battle robots. The 60 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses suddenly slowed down. They had to frantically urge all their power to destroy the 5th-generation battle robots. If they are careless, they will be besieged and killed by the 5th-generation battle robots. Agnipe and the other 5 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses killed their way into the sea of 5th-generation battle robots and ambushed the Gamana universe's Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses. Luo and Xinghe Mingxian and Mei Shuanghua also mixed into the sea of 5th-generation battle robots and ambushed the Gamana universe's Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses from time to time. Once the speed of the 3 hives slowed down, they could no longer speed up. Under the siege of the virtually endless 4th-generation battle robots, the Gamana universe's powerhouses were killed one after another. To actually resist the 3 hives, amazing! That's the battle demon sect's Yang Feng's Mechanical Legion. When did his mechanical golem army become so powerful? That's 60 Infinity Warlock rank and 1,400 Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses. Even if the Gamana universe's powerhouses are slightly weaker than our world of warlocks, but to be able to resist this force, that's amazing. When the warlock groups forced to participate in the battle saw Yang Feng's Mechanical Legion block the 3 hives' main forces, they inhaled a breath of cold air, and their eyes filled with shock. When the 3 hives joined forces, even the Bright Moon School, a former warlock group of the Great Cloud Dynasty, with its geographical advantage and the assistance of countless warlock towers, found it hard to resist. For Yang Feng's Mechanical Legion to be able to block the 3 hives' main forces and even show signs of encirclement and annihilation, this is even more heaven-defying. After a few minutes of fierce fighting, the celestial field battlestar was fully charged, and a dazzling beam of light blasted out and blasted a hive. The hive was vaporized by the dazzling beam of light and evaporated. The main artillery of the blazing Sun Battlestar and Star Destroyer Battlestar shone brightly and blasted the Gamana universe's Infinity Warlock rank and Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses into pieces. On the bridge of the Starfield Battlestar. Sitting on the bridge, Yang Feng looked at the holographic projection and quietly calculated, there are 2 hives left. If they don't retreat, I can even annihilate the Gamana universe's legion. Suddenly, Yang Feng operated the Battle Demon secret method, and a white Battle Demon armor appeared on his body. He pinched the Ruler Magic Cube, and a pitch-black ruler armor inlaid with Warlock Monarch rank and Infinity Core covered his whole body. At that moment, a shadow silently flew out from the shadows of the bridge and stabbed towards Yang Feng's heart with a completely transparent dagger of unknown length in its hand. At the same time, from the shadow behind Yang Feng, countless divine force crystals burned, and vast divine force fluctuations suddenly emerged. Yang Feng's ruler of the night avatar flew out of the shadow and blocked the shadow's dagger with the dagger of the night. Yang Feng's ruler of the night avatar has fused with several strong divine force rank godheads, which makes it impossible for him to break through to the mighty divine force rank by relying on his own power. However, it also makes his battle prowess far surpass that of ordinary strong divine force rank gods. The block was ingenious, sealing any changes of the shadow dagger. Ding! When the two daggers collided, Yang Feng's ruler of the night avatar was hit by a formidable force and knocked aside. Numerous wounds similar to cuts made by wind blades appeared on his body, and drops of gold god blood dripped to the ground. Idiot, your companions have already betrayed you. You're dead. As if he had foreseen the future, Yang Feng waved his hand, and the mountain shield suddenly appeared. Mountain projections suddenly appeared, and there seems to be an endless distance between the Windshadow Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse and Yang Feng. When the Windshadow Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse stabbed his dagger into the mountains, the essence of wind erupted, and violent wind blades sliced the mountains and stabbed towards Yang Feng with endless killing intent. With a dignified look in his eyes, Yang Feng pointed at the mountain shield with a finger, and the mountain shield erupted with a fearsome whirlpool that sucked in countless attacks from the Windshadow Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse's dagger. In an instant, the outer layer of the heavy mountain shield was covered in marks left behind by countless sharp blades. Suddenly, a feeling of extreme danger welled up in Yang Feng. He leaned to the side, and 3 wind blades containing the essence of wind stabbed him, cut the ruler armor and the battle demon armor, and cut open a long wound on his fleshly body. Blood splashed about. If it wasn't for Yang Feng's astonishingly strong defense, he would have been cut in 2 by the wind blades. There was a flash of killing intent in Yang Feng's eyes. With a thought, the phantom ruler appeared in an instant, and the eyes of dreams opened, and formidable dream force enveloped the Windshadow powerhouse. Chapter 871. The Warlock Monarch rank Windshadow powerhouse suddenly felt the space distort, and then he appeared in a dream world filled with biscuits, candy, and milk rivers. Shit, this is the dream world. The countenance of the Windshadow powerhouse flickered, and he looked at his hands, only to see that they have turned into biscuits. Although the dream world cannot compare to the 36 primary material planes and the Zhangji plane in essence, and it has never given birth to a Warlock Emperor rank powerhouse. However, the dream world's laws are twisted and chaotic, making it a headache. Holy Spirit Warlocks are impervious to all magic. No one can pull their soul from their body into the dream world. However, once a Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse is pulled into the dream world, it will be very dangerous. 30 seconds, as long as I persist for 30 seconds, I will have a way to get out of this world. The Warlock Monarch rank Windshadow powerhouse is indeed a seasoned powerhouse. Even though he is in a desperate situation, he still doesn't give up. He turned around and fled into the distance with his candy-like legs. It's no use, you are doomed to die here. The phantom ruler suddenly appeared, opened an eye, and fired a green ray at the Warlock Monarch rank Windshadow powerhouse. The Warlock Monarch rank Windshadow powerhouse gritted his teeth, burned his soul force, and suddenly formed a shadow screen in front of him. When the green ray landed on the shadow screen trembled and evaporated. The Warlock Monarch rank Windshadow powerhouse said loudly, "Yang Feng, I have a big secret. As long as you let me live, I will tell you this big secret." The soul force of a Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse is extremely powerful, far surpassing that of an Infinity Warlock. However, in the dream world, if you don't enter with your body, the consumption of soul force cannot be made up. In the dream world, fighting the phantom ruler who can obtain a steady stream of dream force, the Windshadow Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse can only wait for death. It is only a matter of whether he will die sooner or later. What secret? Without stopping his attack, the phantom ruler asked indifferently. The Warlock Monarch rank Windshadow powerhouse answered, "There is a mole from the Gamana universe in your world of warlocks." Yang Feng was very indifferent. "Oh, There was a traitor in the world of warlocks. Anyone with a bit of intelligence would have already guessed it. If there were no spies, it would be impossible to find the headquarters of the major forces so easily. Yang Feng has been exploring the astral boundary since a long time ago, looking for planes with intelligent life forms as well as various resource stars. However, if it were not for the integration of the battle demon sect's resources and the intelligence support of the battle demon sect's tens of thousands of years of astral boundary development, it would have been impossible to easily find those planes with intelligent life forms. The Wind Shadow Warlock Monarch uttered with a cold smile. That mole is one of the higher-ups from the core world. Are you done? If you're done, then go to hell. The Phantom Ruler slowly opened its second eye, and a crimson beam shot out from the second eye and stabbed into the shadow screen formed by the Windshadow Powerhouse Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse like a crimson spear, broke through the defense of the shadow screen, and stabbed into a ridiculous biscuit person behind the shadow screen. The ridiculous biscuit man's body disintegrated, and then he was engulfed by the green light. When the biscuit person died, the Windshadow Powerhouse Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse inside the Starfield Battlestar, who is shrouded in shadows, revealed his true face and fell to the ground. Yang Feng glanced at the Windshadow Powerhouse Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse, and his eyes lit up, and then flickered with regret. She's a beauty. Unfortunately, she's already dead. The Windshadow Powerhouse Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse is about 1.7 meters tall, has wheat-colored skin, and wears a black leather armor engraved with countless mysterious runes. She has a slim waist, huge breasts, exquisite facial features, and a mysterious rune containing the essence of wind is engraved on her forehead. Lying quietly on the ground, she breathes smoothly, looking like she is sleeping. But in fact, she is already a soulless existence with only a body left. With a thought from Yang Feng, a sealed crystal coffin suddenly appeared, and mechanical arms grabbed the Windshadow Powerhouse Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse and placed her into the sealed crystal coffin. After being enchanted with countless seals, the coffin was put away. In the hive with a different interior, a crystal suddenly became dim and lifeless. A dignified look in his eyes, the Red Rhombus Race Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse uttered unhurriedly, Judge Dufei is dead. The eyes of the Flamewell Race Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse shimmered with vigilance, and he uttered unhurriedly, Judge Dufei is a Windshadow powerhouse. She is proficient in assassination secret methods and has mastered the essences of wind and shadow. Even if the assassination fails, few people can stop her if she wants to escape. That Yang Feng is a universe child for a reason. He's a scary monster. Among the Gamana universe's 18 sacred races, the Windshadow Powerhouse is not the most powerful race. However, it is the most difficult race to deal with. Once a Windshadow Powerhouse reaches adulthood, they can master one of the essences of wind or shadow. Top geniuses can easily master the essences of wind and shadow, and they are top assassins. In the Windshadow Powerhouse territory, there is a holy meteor mountain, which is filled with the skulls of Holy Spirit Warlock rank powerhouses. At the top of the Holy Meteor Mountain, there is a skull of a Warlock Emperor rank powerhouse. Assassinating a Warlock Emperor rank powerhouse is the Windshadow Powerhouse's greatest pride. As such, the other races of the Gamana universe fear the Windshadow Powerhouse greatly. The most troublesome thing about the Windshadow Powerhouses is that they wield the essences of wind and shadow. Even if the assassination fails, they can easily escape by relying on the power of the two essences. Defeating them is easy, but killing them is not so simple. The Windshadow Powerhouse Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse actually died at Yang Feng's hands. When they thought of this fact, the Red Rhombus Race Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse and the Flamewell Race Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse felt a chill in their hearts. The Red Rhombus Race Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse said unhurriedly, "It seems that we have to act in advance. I originally wanted to consume more of the Bai family's vigor. But if this stalemate continues, there will only be more and more variables." The Flamewell Race Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse nodded. The hive that originally looked ordinary, but there is something else inside. All of a sudden, the hive carrying the two Warlock Monarch rank powerhouses expanded 50 times, and hives flew out of the giant hive. In total, 36 hives flew out of the giant hive. A dense crowd of Infinity Warlock and Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses flew out of the 36 hives and flew towards the Cloud Sea plane like a tide. The Bai family is finished. Seeing this scene, a thought welled up in the minds of all the warlocks present. The dozens of warlock groups on the edge of the battlefield turned into streams of light and fled into the distance without hesitation. The Cloud Sea plane. The 39 Infinity Warlocks from the Great Cloud Dynasty silently recited an incantation and pointed at the sky, and formidable life force poured into a blood-red, ordinary-looking wooden staff. The ordinary-looking wooden staff is the Empyrean-grade secret treasure Zigu wood staff. The life force of the 39 Infinity Warlocks was consumed rapidly, and they began to shrivel up. Countless runes appeared on the Zigu wood staff, and it shone brightly, blurred, disappeared, and then appeared outside the barrier of the Bai family's divine country and pointed at the eight-eyed Freak. A dot of red light shot towards the eight-eyed giant monster, and the eight-eyed giant monster, who had been suppressing the three great divine powers of the Bai family to the point that they could barely breathe, crumbled inch by inch, and disappeared without a trace. Yang Feng inhaled a breath of cold air at once. So this is the power of an Empyrean-grade secret treasure. Without an Empyrean-grade secret treasure to protect themselves, Warlock Monarch rank powerhouses will not be able to withstand a single blow. Empyrean-grade secret treasures are extremely powerful. They can slay Warlock Monarch rank powerhouses, and even injure and severely wound Holy Spirit Warlock rank powerhouses. It is precisely because the Western world's three dynasties and the Great Cloud Dynasty have Empyrean-grade secret treasures that they can confront each other. No one dares to act rashly and annex the other. In the 36 primary material planes, there are as many powerhouses as clouds. There is no lack of Holy Spirit Warlock rank powerhouses. They watched helplessly as the Great Cloud Dynasty and the Western world's three dynasties occupied the Zhangji Plain. In addition to being apprehensive of the core world's human warlocks, the most important factor is that the four forces have Empyrean-grade secret treasures. After the Zigu wood staff killed the eight-eyed Freak, it blurred, appeared in the middle of the Gamana universe's huge army, and pointed at it. A red ray shone, and the entire void collapsed. The 300-plus Infinity Warlock rank and 3,000-plus Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses of the Gamana universe as well as a dozen-plus weak Divine Force rank divine countries of the Bai family were completely engulfed by the collapse of the void. In the void, there is a strange, twisted cave. There is no trace of life in the cave. After the Zigu wood staff released 2 attacks, of the 39 Infinity Warlocks of the Bai family in the Cloud Sea plane, 3 junior Infinity Warlocks turned into countless specks of dust, and then collapsed and disappeared. Empyrean-grade secret treasures are extremely powerful. Except for Warlock Monarch rank powerhouses, no one can use their power freely. Even the great Holy Step powerhouses, who are known as the strongest under the Warlock Monarch realm, cannot exert the power of Empyrean-grade secret treasures. If an Infinity Warlock rank powerhouse wants to use the power of an Empyrean-grade secret treasure, they have to exchange their life for it. The Zigu wood staff blurred and was about to disappear. At this moment, the void cracked, and a tremendous Holy Spirit Warlock rank demonic might suddenly erupted, and a huge hand descended from the sky and grabbed the Zigu wood staff. Chapter 872. The Cloud Sea Plane. 6 Infinity Warlocks from the Great Cloud Dynasty turned into ashes, and all their life force disappeared. The Zigu wood staff suddenly shone with red light, and it struggled to break free from the huge Holy Spirit Warlock rank ghost hand. You're already at the end of your rope, yet you still want to struggle? The huge ghostly hand in the sky uttered a grim voice and grabbed the Zigu wooden staff again. Only when the Great Cloud Dynasty's Infinity Warlocks operate the Zigu wood staff with all their strength can they threaten Holy Spirit Warlock rank existences. Now that the Great Cloud Dynasty's Infinity Warlocks are at the end of their rope, to be able to shake off a Holy Spirit Warlock rank existence in their prime is already amazing. Cut off the connection with the Zigu wood staff. In the cloud seaplane, Bai Wuqing's eyes flashed with a look of struggle, and he ordered coldly. If this goes on, the dozens of infinity warlocks from the Great Cloud Dynasty will be turned into ashes. Even so, they won't be able to keep the Empyrean Grade's secret treasure Zigu Wood staff. The Infinity Warlocks operated secret methods and cut off the connection with the Zigu Wood staff. The Zigu Wood staff trembled slightly, the red light disappeared, and it was grabbed by the huge ghost hand. An arrow exuding the breath of nature like a green leaf dropped from the sky, hit the huge ghost hand, and ran through it. A green vine extended from the void, coiled around the Zigu Wood staff, and wrapped around it. A black demonic saber strangely appeared on the battlefield and cut the green tree vine in half. A huge demonic hand engraved with black runes suddenly reached out and grabbed the Zigu wooden staff. A gold dragon claw with 5 claws extended from the void, slammed into the huge ghost hand, and blasted it away. A sea of blood suddenly emerged and swept towards the Zigu Wood staff. Holy Spirit Warlock rank existences appeared one after another and fought over the Zigu Wood staff. Waves of terrifying power reverberated in this star field. The imperishable rank powerhouses of this universe have appeared. However, the perfect rank powerhouses haven't appeared yet. It seems that the perfect rank powerhouses of this universe are still asleep. After all, this universe is half an energy level lower than the Gamana universe. It is very strenuous for it to accommodate perfect rank powerhouses. Our mission has been completed perfectly. We can retreat now. The Red Rhombus Race Warlock Monarch rank powerhouses watched as the Holy Spirit Warlock rank existences fought over the Zigu Wood staff with apprehension in his eyes. Waves of unique fluctuations suddenly spread out from the huge beehive sect. The other beehives flew up one by one, absorbed countless experts, opened up astral passageways, and flew away from the astral passageways. There was also a huge astral world passage above the giant beehive. He wanted to jump into the astral world passage. A huge hand formed from the power of countless stars, exuding traces of terrifying holy might, pointed at the huge beehive and smashed towards it. 9 beehives ejected from the giant beehive. Rays of light flashed within the 9 beehives, and threads intertwined with each other. The 9 beehives resonated with each other, forming a tortoise-shell wall. The huge finger formed from the power of countless stars poked out and instantly pierced through the tortoise shield formed by the 9 beehives. The endless power of stars enveloped the 9 beehives and erased them. After destroying the 9 hives with one strike, the huge finger formed from star force shrunk by half, and then stabbed at the giant hives. The giant hive shone brightly, and countless barriers collapsed and turned into ashes. 2 Warlock Monarch rank breaths rose from the giant hive, and a scarlet rhombus defensive boundary and a fire boundary formed from violent flames suddenly appeared. When the endless starlight slammed into the rhombus barrier, it directly shattered the rhombus barrier. Then, the starlight slammed into the flame barrier formed by the endless raging flames, instantly shattering the flame barrier. When the endless starlight slammed into the giant hive, it was purified inch by the starlight until only 1/3 of the wreckage remained. Only then did the astral passageway open again, and he jumped into the astral passageway. A giant hand formed by the power of the stars suddenly stretched out and grabbed the Zigu wooden staff in the center of the battlefield. The Holy Spirit Warlock rank powerhouse gave up on pursuing the Gamana universe's powerhouse after giving him a casual blow, failing to kill him. With the Great Tribulation approaching, the Holy Spirit Warlock rank powerhouse is aware that the only way to survive is to improve their strength. Curses! If you don't become a Holy Spirit Warlock, you're just an ant. In the cloud seaplane, Bai Wuqing watched as the Holy Spirit Warlock rank powerhouses fought over the Zigu Wood staff in the void, and his eyes flashed with anger. The Holy Spirit Warlock rank powerhouses have clearly noticed that the Gamana universe's powerhouses besieged the Bai family. If any one of them had taken action, they would have been able to wipe out the Gamana universe's powerhouses. However, the Holy Spirit Warlock rank powerhouses kept silent and watched as the Bai family and the Gamana universe's powerhouses fought. Eventually, they were forced to use the Zigu wood staff and consume all of the Bai family's power before they took action to fight over the Zigu wood staff. Over the years, the Bai family has plundered who knows how many treasures from many warlock groups. Now that the Bai family's most precious Empyrean-grade secret treasure, the Zigu wood staff, has been taken away, Bai Wuqing felt as if his heart was being cut by a knife. The battle between the Bai family and the Gamana universe's powerhouses caused them to drop from a top force protected by an Empyrean-grade secret treasure to an ordinary super force. They no longer have the means to threaten Holy Spirit warlock rank powerhouses. A good chance. Yang Feng's eyes lit up, and the huge mechanical legion gave up chasing the Gamana universe's powerhouses and quickly flew back to the fleet. A huge astral passageway suddenly appeared, and the huge fleet jumped into the astral passageway. As soon as the fleet entered the astral boundary, it blurred, and then its speed soared by far surpassing the speed of light, distorted, and flew towards the depths of the astral boundary. Before long, the giant hive, which is in the process of recovering, appeared in front of Yang Feng and company. The Starfield Battlestar's primary artillery flashed, and a resplendent beam slammed into the giant hive. Under the bombardment of the Star's sector-level interstellar battleship's main cannon, 1/20th of the beehive was directly blasted into smithereens. A dense rain of light shot out from Yang Feng's fleet, slammed into the broken parts of the giant hive, and tore the giant hive to pieces. Luoan glanced at Yang Feng, speechless. This guy is really a madman. He dares to chase after two warlock monarchs. Xinghe Mingxian took a deep look at Yang Feng, feeling some admiration for Yang Feng's audacity. Riches come from danger. If I can kill these two warlock monarchs of the Gamana universe, the universe's favor I'll get won't be a small amount. Moreover, the corpses of the Gamana universe's warlock monarch rank powerhouses have great research value and can be sold for a good price. However, it is already very difficult to kill a warlock monarch rank powerhouse, let alone two warlock monarch rank powerhouses. He's really bold. Two intact hives flew out from the dilapidated giant hive, and together with 40 Infinity Warlock rank Gamana universe's powerhouses, 700 Bright World Warlock rank, 3,000 Glorious Sun Warlock rank, and 600,000 Moonlight Warlock rank powerhouses launched a decisive attack on Yang Feng's fleet. Yang Feng hesitated for a moment, and then ordered coldly, "Magic Seal Mechs, attack." The Magic Seal Mechs are one of Yang Feng's trump cards. In the Magic Seal Mechs, there are countless talented girls with a high soul synchronization rate with the Magic Seal Mechs. The girls with a high soul synchronization rate with the Magic Seal Mechs can display Junior Infinity Warlock rank strength within 30 minutes. As the leaders of the Magic Seal Mechs, the two peerless geniuses Regina and Wu Main can even display Quasi-Warlock Monarch rank strength within 30 minutes. 100 Magic Seal Mechs suddenly flew out of Yang Feng's flagship. Under the leadership of Regina and Wu Main, the 100 Magic Seal Mechs mixed with the 1,000,000 fifth-generation battle robots and slammed into the Gamana universe's powerhouses like a sharp spear. Countless rays of light shone, and the 100 Junior Infinity Warlock rank Magic Seal Mechs attacked together, almost collapsing the space and blasting countless Gamana universe's powerhouses into ashes. Luoan looked at the 100 beautiful girls in Magic Seal Mechs, stunned, and cried out, "Infinity Warlock, 100 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses. How is this possible? The Battle Demon Sect. When did the Battle Demon Sect cultivate 100 Infinity Warlocks?" Xinghe Mingxian was also stunned, and his eyes shimmered with incredulity. Infinity Warlock, that's Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses, how can there be so many? Mei Shuanghua's eyes flashed with astonishment, and she almost couldn't believe her eyes. So young, they are so young. What method did Yang Feng use to cultivate so many young Infinity Warlocks? Chapter 873. Infinity Warlocks are known as Infinity Warlocks. In the world of warlocks, every Infinity Warlock is a pinnacle force. The Great Cloud Dynasty, which has dominated the Zhangji Plains eastern world for 10,000 years, has no more than 100 Infinity Warlocks. Yet Yang Feng casually took out 100 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses, which stunned Mei Shuanghua and them, and they couldn't believe their eyes. Yang Feng said, Mei Shuanghua, Luo and Xinghe Mingxian, please take action and annihilate the Gamana universe's other race powerhouses. I will go after the 2 warlock monarchs. Yes, Sect Master Yang. Mei Shuanghua and the other 2 nodded, turned into 3 streams of light, flew towards the Gamana universe's army, and slayed the Gamana universe's powerhouses. The pursuing fleets suddenly separated. Except for the Starfield Battlestar, the rest of the huge fleet shone brightly and slaughtered the Gamana universe's powerhouses who were intercepted as cannon fodder. With flashes of light, Yang Feng piloted the Starfield Battlestar in hot pursuit and frantically bombarded the broken giant hive. Pieces of the divine hive continued to shatter and scatter in all directions. A few minutes later, the Starfield Battlestar finished charging, and a brilliant beam from its main artillery barreled towards the giant hive. A red rhombus shield and a huge flame barrier appeared on the giant hive. When the brilliant beam slammed into the red rhombus shield, it was in a stalemate for a while before the red rhombus shield was smashed and was finally blocked by the flame barrier. When the Starfield Battlestar's secondary beams slammed into the flame barrier, it took nearly a minute before the flame barrier was smashed. The Flamewell Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse gritted his teeth and roared, "Damn it, a mere Infinity Warlock dares to chase us. If we weren't seriously injured by the Holy Spirit Warlock just now, I would really want to go back and burn that damn Yang Feng to death." The red rhombus on the forehead of the Warlock Monarch rank red rhombus race powerhouse cracked, and cracks appeared in many places on his body. A copious amount of blood flowed out from the cracks on his body and glittered with starlight. The wounds cannot heal. The Holy Spirit Warlock rank attacks contain formidable law force. Originally, before the giant hive was destroyed, the other universe's Warlock monarchs could use the hive's power to heal their injuries. Now that the hive is being chased by Yang Feng, it has no time to recover. The eyes of the red rhombus race Warlock monarch shimmered fiercely, and he uttered in a deep voice, "We can't keep the Tier 2 hive. Abandon him and retreat separately." The eyes of the Flamewell race's Warlock monarch shimmered with a decisive shade. "All right." Light shone from the Tier 2 hive, and 5 Supreme Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses and 300 Bright World Warlock rank powerhouses flew out of the Tier 2 hive and flew towards the Starfield Battlestar with 1,000 Glorious Sun Warlock rank and 10,000 Moonlight Warlock rank powerhouses. This force is the personal guard of the 2 Warlock Monarch rank powerhouses as well as their last line of defense. A last-ditch struggle. The corners of Yang Feng's mouth rose. The doors of the Starfield Battlestar opened, and a swarm of 5th-generation battle robots formed an invincible mechanical sea. Under the command of Agnipe and the other 5 powerhouses, the mechanical sea collided with the Gamana universe's Powerhouse Legion. In the process of pursuing the 2 Warlock Monarch rank powerhouses, Yang Feng's troops have already annihilated the Gamana's powerhouses left behind by the 2 Warlock Monarch rank powerhouses and are ready to jump in front of the warp gate. After several battles, the 5th-generation battle robots under Yang Feng's command have fallen from 1 million to 840,000. However, 200 Dazzling Light units have evolved into Bright World Warlock rank Dazzling Light units, and their strength has risen instead of falling. When the 2 most tyrannical legions collided, the Gamana universe's Powerhouse Legion was pierced through. Yang Feng's 5th-generation battle robot legion easily divided, tore apart, surrounded, and annihilated the Gamana universe's Powerhouse Legion. Sure enough, the 5th-generation battle robot legion is powerful. Although the 4th-generation battle robot legion is huge, but it can only serve as cannon fodder. Yang Feng watched as his 5th-generation battle robot legion defeated the Gamana universe's Powerhouse Legion in one fell swoop, and his eyes revealed a look of satisfaction. Dazzling Light units have unlimited evolution potential and can evolve into dazzling rulers. However, they also need to kill countless enemies and devour the power of countless powerful enemies in order to evolve into dazzling rulers. In this battle, Yang Feng annihilated several Gamana universe's powerhouse legions and killed no less than 100 Infinity Warlock rank powerhouses, which is why the dazzling light units have evolved so quickly. A crimson ray and a flame ray flew out of the Tier 2 hive, turned into two meteors, and flew in two different directions. When the Tier 2 hive was in perfect condition, the Tier 2 hive was naturally faster and possessed all sorts of incredible long-distance navigation abilities. However, after the Holy Spirit Warlock destroyed 2/3 of the Tier 2 hive and chased by Yang Feng, the Tier 2 hive became more dilapidated and slower. It can no longer compare to the escapability of the two Warlock Monarch rank powerhouses. You want to escape? Yang Feng looked at the two Warlock Monarch rank powerhouses disappearing in the distance and raised the corners of his mouth. Countless sealers flew out of the Starfield Battlestar. The swarm of sealers flew to the Tier 2 hive and released sealing light that enveloped the Tier 2 hive. Enveloped by the sealing light, the huge and dilapidated Tier 2 hive came to a standstill. Countless devourers suddenly flew out, pounced on the Tier 2 hive, and devoured the hive's structure. While devouring the Tier 2 hive structure, the devourers transmitted the composition of the hive as well as the various materials and components contained in the hive to the database formed by the Level 5 optical computer network. Devourers are one of the ultimate weapons of the Shizu. Although they aren't as tyrannical as specialized analysis robots, but they also have a feedback ability that can feed back the devouring process to the Level 5 optical computer network for analysis. The door of the Star Sector-level interstellar battleship opened. From a dimensional cave, a scorching sun interstellar battleship flew out and anchored in the star area. The light of the Starfield Battlestar distorted, and it chased after the Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse of the Red Rhombus race. In the world of Warlocks, there are too many powerhouses proficient in the essence of fire. However, the power used by the Red Rhombus race powerhouse aroused Yang Feng's interest. In the vast universe, there were countless unimaginable and peerless powers. Many strange powers could even allow the weak to defeat the strong, and defeat terrifying enemies that were a few great realms above them. Take the Dream World for example. In the Dream World, some bloodline warlocks with the bloodline of dream life forms can easily slay a Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse. Only powerhouses who have advanced to the Holy Spirit Warlock rank can possess a trace of immortality, making it difficult for existences of lower realms to kill them using strange methods. Even quasi-holy step dream life forms born in the dream world can't pull the soul of a Holy Spirit Warlock into the dream world. The power wielded by the Red Rhombus race powerhouse is very strange and powerful. Yang Feng has never seen it in the Zhangji plane. If he can kill it, then even if it's only its corpse, it will have great research value. During the pursuit, Yang Feng finally witnessed the terror of the Red Rhombus race powerhouse. In the starry sky, red rhombus gates suddenly appeared. Every time the Warlock Monarch rank Red Rhombus race powerhouse passes through a red rhombus gate, he will appear 10,000 kilometers away. If it wasn't for the fact that the red rhombus on the forehead of the Warlock Monarch rank Red Rhombus race powerhouse was seriously injured, he would have to rest and recover after opening a red rhombus gate. Otherwise, he would have escaped without a trace. In a part of space, there was a slight distortion in space, and a huge Star Sector Cosmos battleship suddenly appeared in space. Did that guy escape to this plane? This plane doesn't have any restraints on me. It's a Grade 4 plane. There is no information about this plane in the database. This is a newly discovered plane. Yang Feng looked at the celestial body below, and his eyes shimmered with enigmatic light. He pondered for a while, and then his figure fluttered, and he turned into a stream of light and flew towards the celestial body. This celestial body is a Grade 4 plane. Yang Feng doesn't know what kind of powerhouses are hiding in this unknown plane. If the Starfield Battlestar came to this plane and aroused the hostility of this plane's powerful existences, things would get troublesome. Purple Lily Academy is a private academy in the capital of the Angliman state, Boga. In the rear of a warehouse of the Purple Lily Academy, there are 6 female students surrounding a beautiful girl with purple hair, a tall and sexy figure, a pair of huge breasts, a pair of sapphire-like eyes that look like they can speak. The eyes of a blonde female student with a tall and sexy figure and somewhat rough skin, who, despite wearing heavy makeup, could not conceal the pimples on her face, flashed with flames of jealousy. She pushed the purple-haired girl against the wall and shouted sternly, "Claire, you bitch! You're showing off your 2 lumps of rotten meat on your chest to seduce my boyfriend, Lika. I'm going to teach you a lesson today." The eyes of the blonde female student flashed fiercely, and she roared, "Tear this bitch's clothes." Chapter 874. Don't. Claire's cry didn't stop the girls. Instead, it made them more excited. They rushed up and tore her school uniform to pieces, revealing the underwear inside. In a pond behind the warehouse, a transparent ripple flashed, and a human figure formed at the bottom of the pond. It is Yang Feng. This corpse is most compatible with my soul fluctuations. If I disguise myself as him, even if Holy Spirit warlocks don't use secret methods, they won't be able to see my origin. At the bottom of the pond, Yang Feng looked at the corpse of a handsome boy wearing a Purple Lily Academy uniform. His eyes flashed with enigmatic light, and he reached out with a hand, and a rune entered the body of the boy. A wisp of blood essence and a wisp of soul that hasn't dissipated yet turned into a rune and flew into Yang Feng's hand. His body blurred slightly, and he turned into an existence identical to the corpse. At the same time, he exuded a soul breath different from Yang Feng's true body. By extracting the blood essence and soul of an aboriginal that matches your soul, you can easily blend into another plane and disguise yourself. In this way, it is easier to deceive the plane origin. The most perfect way to deceive the plane origin is to divide a part of your soul and have it directly reincarnate into a life form of the plane. In this way, even if it is a Warlock Emperor rank powerhouse, if they don't use special spells or secret treasures, they won't be able to see through your origin. As soon as Yang Feng entered this plane, he was suppressed by the plane. Before he finished analyzing the plane origin will, he can only display Moonlight Warlock rank strength. Of course, he can also extract the power of the 9 small worlds inside him and display Supreme Infinity Warlock rank battle prowess. However, this consumes a lot of energy and can't be sustained for long. Yang Feng pointed at the body of the boy, performed a memory reading spell, and easily read the memories of the boy. The boy's name was George. He was an ordinary 2nd grade student of the Purple Lily Academy. His family was a combination. His father was a police officer, his mother was a teacher, and he had a younger sister who wasn't related by blood. George confessed to Dahlia, one of the 5 school beauties of the Purple Lily Academy, whom he had always admired. After being rejected by the other party, he went to the Lotus Pond, where he was pushed into the pond by an unknown person and drowned. Yang Feng put George's body into a jade box, somewhat speechless. What an unlucky guy, drowning just because he confessed. The nobles of this world are really cruel. On Earth, Yang Feng had also experienced his youth. Although he didn't fall in love early, he had seen his friends being bullied by other students because of their cute girlfriends. However, the most they would do was push and shove, ridicule and fight. It was only in a world where the aristocracy was so powerful that there would be aristocratic youths who would go to such extremes and kill people at every turn. Because to those young nobles, killing a person was just a little troublesome, that's all. The water in the pond suddenly churned, and Yang Feng walked out of the pond without a single drop of water on him. As soon as Yang Feng walked out of the pond, he heard bursts of crying coming from afar. Looks like we still have to deal with the other side. Yang Feng turned around, took a step, and, leaving behind after images, strangely appeared behind the warehouse. Stop. No. Claire's school uniform was already torn apart. She fell to the ground, covered her chest with both hands, and cried like a pear blossom bathed in rain. The blonde girl with a sexy figure and a rather coquettish appearance showed a somewhat twisted and ferocious smile, and her eyes flickered with the flames of jealousy. She took out a paper knife and slashed at Claire's face. Fuck, you smelly bitch, you used this face to seduce my boyfriend. I'll slash your face. It seems that you can still seduce others. Just as Claire was about to lose all hope, a figure that she was very familiar with, who wasn't very tall, suddenly blocked her front. Pa! Yang Feng slapped the coquettish blonde girl in the face, forcibly knocking out 3 of her teeth. Her whole face was somewhat distorted and swollen. "George, you dare hit our big sister Pauline? You little bastard, are you looking for death?" The eyes of the other 5 delinquents flashed with ominous glints, and they rushed at Yang Feng. Although they were girls, but they were not weak in fighting. With the speed of an ordinary person, Yang Feng rushed into the midst of the 5 delinquents in a few steps, slapped each of them in the face, and kicked them to the ground. Yang Feng swept the 6 delinquents with a glance, his eyes flashed with indifference, and he said coldly, "Listen up, Claire is my younger sister. This is just a small punishment. Next time, I won't let you off so easily. Get lost. A bunch of trash. Wait. You actually dared to attack me. The Rose Society won't let you off." Pauline, whose face was swollen, looked at Yang Feng with fear in her eyes. Her mouth leaked air, and she howled a few times like a prodigal dog. Then, together with the other 5 girls, she glared at Yang Feng with resentment and fled. A peculiar light flashed past Yang Feng's eyes. Count yourselves lucky. If Yang Feng had met scum like Pono when he was at his peak, he would have crushed them as if they were ants. He wouldn't have cared about them at all. However, in this other plane, where there may be powerful existences above the Infinity Warlock rank, Yang Feng didn't want to expose his identity before he fully analyzed the plane origin will. Brother George. When Claire saw Yang Feng's appearance, she immediately hugged him and burst into tears. Yang Feng hugged Claire. When she finished crying, he patted her on the back and said, Let's go home." But Claire blushed, tidied up her clothes, and followed Yang Feng out of the campus. While walking, Claire stole glances at Yang Feng, and her pretty face unwittingly flushed. When did Brother George become so manly? Although Yang Feng's appearance is no different from George's, but his temperament and eyes have undergone earth-shaking changes. His every move is full of majesty. At the same time, there is a feeling of being one with nature and transcendental. The same person, one trained in etiquette, holds his head high, puffs out his chest, and is full of confidence. The other has a hunchback, a protruding belly, a gloomy expression, and a sense of inferiority. Even if it is the same person, the charm of the person who holds his head high and is full of confidence is more than 10 times greater than that of the hunchback, protruding belly, and a sense of inferiority. Yang Feng is a supreme Infinity Warlock rank powerhouse in charge of countless planes. He is an ambitious and ruthless overlord who controls the life and death of countless intelligent life forms and races. Naturally, his temperament is not something that the lowly young man George can compare to. "George, Claire, my darling, you're back? Today's dinner is steak, white bread, and potato soup. Happy?" As soon as he returned to an ordinary single house, a woman with purple hair, a tall figure, a pair of breasts that almost burst out of her clothes, slightly fat, and some crow's feet at the corner of her eyes, but still charming, came up to him and greeted him with incomparable enthusiasm. This woman is George and Claire's mother, Hannah. Claire cheered, "It's great that there's steak. Mom's steak is the best. Beef is expensive in this world. George's family can only afford to eat steak about once a week. Every time they eat steak, it is equivalent to a small festival for this ordinary family." Hannah stared at Claire's eyes. Suddenly, she frowned slightly, hugged Claire, and said softly, "Darling, your eyes, are you crying? What's the matter? Did someone bully you?" Claire said coquettishly, "No, I accidentally got sand in my eyes, so I shed tears." Hannah looked at Claire worriedly, then hugged her darling daughter and walked towards the table. "That's good, let's go eat." Yang Feng silently followed Hannah to the dining room. In the dining room, there is a long square table with steak, white bread, and potato soup on it. Sitting next to the table is a burly, capable middle-aged man with short blonde hair. This middle-aged man is George's father, Wade. After dinner, Yang Feng returned to his small room. The damage caused by a Holy Spirit Warlock rank powerhouse, even a Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse would find it difficult to remove. Based on the information I have so far, if there aren't enough treasures of heaven and earth or special healing secret treasures, he would be able to escape. It will take him at least 3 months to recover to the point where he can escape. It will take him half a year to recover to the point where he can fight me. 3 months is the best time to get rid of the Redstone Warlock Monarch. Countless runes appeared in Yangfeng's eyes, and he exuded queer fluctuations of power and began to analyze the laws of the plane origin will. The computing power of each level 5 optical computer is comparable to that of an Infinity Warlock. The computing power of the level 5 optical computer network is comparable to that of a top Warlock Monarch rank powerhouse. The will of the world plane was being rapidly analyzed by him. Suddenly, Claire knocked on the door. "Big brother, are you free?" Yang Feng gave the task of analyzing the plane origin will to the level 5 optical computer network and opened the door. Chapter 875. As soon as he opened the door, a beautiful young girl, Claire, dressed in a white nightgown, exuding a trace of a bath fragrance, mixed with a fresh and sexy aura, appeared in front of Yang Feng, making his eyes light up slightly. Claire took a look at Yang Feng, her pretty face flushed, and she entered Yang Feng's room, jumped onto Yang Feng's bed, rolled around and got up. Then she patted the spot next to her and said, "Big brother, come and sit down." Claire was not a delicate young lady, but a very lively and energetic young girl full of sunshine. She is also one of the 5 campus beauties of the Purple Lily Academy. Bright and cheerful, she has countless admirers. Yang Feng smiled slightly and sat next to Claire. As he smelled the fragrance exuded by her, his tense mind relaxed slightly. Claire hugged the quilt with fear in her beautiful eyes. "Big brother, the Rose Club is the most powerful club in the Purple Lily Academy. The leader of the Rose Club is Bridget, the granddaughter of Grand Duke Ankh. They are the most powerful force in the Purple Lily Academy. Anyone who provoked the Rose Club has basically been expelled from the academy. Let's not go to school tomorrow, let's find a way to transfer schools." On this plane, there are 3 classes: aristocrats, commoners, and slaves. George's family belongs to the commoner class. An aristocrat doesn't need a reason to kill a slave. If the slave's owner is another aristocrat, they will have to compensate the other aristocrat a sum of money. Aristocrats can't kill commoners in the city for no reason. If an aristocrat kills a commoner, then the evidence is conclusive, the aristocrat will be sentenced to 3 years in prison at most. But if a commoner kills an aristocrat, no matter what the reason is, they will only be sentenced to death. With Grand Duke Ankh's power, it is easy for him to kill George's family. That was why Claire, who had always been lively and good at sports, was bullied by the 6 members of the Rose Club and didn't know what to do. Yang Feng smiled confidently and patted Claire on the shoulder, and a rune entered her body. "Don't worry, Claire, I'm here. They won't dare to bully you. I believe you." Claire's tender body trembled slightly, her pretty face blushed slightly, her heart pounded wildly, and like a frightened deer, she jumped out of bed. As if Yang Feng was a scourge, she slipped to the door, opened the door, turned around, and said with a sweet smile, "Good night, big brother." With that, Claire left the room, leaving only traces of fragrance in the room. The next morning, after breakfast, Yang Feng and Claire went in the direction of the Purple Lily Academy. "George, Claire, you lowly siblings are really idiots. You actually dare to come to Purple Lily Academy. Be obedient and come with me." There were 5 delinquent girls following behind Pona, and 6 tall men dressed in black suits exuding a valiant aura stood in front of Yang Feng's group of 2. The figures of the 6 men in black blurred, and they blocked Yang Feng and Claire's path of retreat, looking coldly at the 2 of them. Claire's beautiful eyes shimmered with fear, her pretty face turned pale, and she grabbed Yang Feng's big hand, her delicate body trembling. What she feared the most has happened. Claire is a lively person with excellent athletic performance. When she faced Pona's group of 6 at the time, even if she couldn't beat them, she could still escape. But because she feared the power of the Rose Club, she didn't dare to resist. Now that the Rose Club has finally made a move, dispatching 6 strong bodyguards at once, she is filled with fear. Yang Feng's eyes shimmered with killing intent. Not flustered in the face of danger, he said lightly, "Then let's go." The 5 delinquent girls looked at Yang Feng fearfully and took a few steps back. Bona gave Yang Feng a resentful look, showed a ferocious smile, and walked towards the Purple Lily Academy. That's Claire, a member of the Rose Club. Claire offended someone from the Rose Club. She's finished this time. And after offending someone from the Rose Club, it's impossible for her to stay in the Purple Lily Academy. It's a pity that a good girl like Claire is going to be ruined. When the students in the Purple Lily Academy saw Claire, Pona, and company, their faces flickered, and they immediately retreated and discussed in low voices. The Purple Lily Academy was a private academy for the nobles. It had the best facilities and the best teachers. There are many children of greater aristocrats here. The Rose Club is a society where the children of aristocrats gather. The bigwigs at the top of the Rose Club are the children of greater aristocrats. It is because of this that the Rose Club can run amok in the Purple Lily Academy, with no one daring to provoke them. Yang Feng and Claire were taken to a 10-story tall, extremely wide building behind the Purple Lily Garden. That incomparably wide building was the headquarters of the Rose Society, Rose House. On the first floor of the Rose House, the floor is covered with exquisite carpets and the ceiling is inlaid with crystal lamps. The decoration is extremely luxurious. There are 3 people sitting at a huge round table. One of them is a gorgeous woman with dazzling blonde hair, a curvaceous figure, and snow-white skin. She has a noble and elegant temperament. The other is a skinny man with swollen eyes and a poor complexion. Clearly, he has been drinking too much, but his small eyes flickered with a sinister and cunning light. A tall man with similarly swollen eyes, who seemed to have drunk too much and was constantly yawning. Behind the 3 of them stood 20 maids. Each of the maids had light makeup on, and their beauty was outstanding, pleasing to the eye. As soon as Paulina entered the room, she turned from a ferocious tiger into a kitten. She said respectfully, "Leader, these 2 dared to rebel against the Rose Club." When the skinny man saw Claire, his eyes lit up, and he revealed a look of greed and said with a sinister smile, "Claire, one of the 5 campus belles of the Purple Lily Academy. Not bad, this chick has quite the flavor. I like her, I want her to be my pet." The burly man said in a cold voice, "Ivan, I've already given way to that woman last time. This Claire, it's my turn now." Ivan said coldly, "Doppler, women who fall into your hands will be tortured to death by you. Don't always make us wipe your ass for you." Doppler sneered, "Women who fall into your hands won't have a good ending either. After you get tired of playing with them, they will all fall into your brothels. Letting others play with your women, you really are a disgusting guy." Ivan said coldly, "Doppler, do you want to duel with me?" Doppler said with a sinister smile, "Come on then. I just recruited a sharpshooter. He killed 36 people in a duel. Do you want to be the 37th person to die under his gun?" Private grudges between nobles can be settled through duels. However, most nobles are extremely afraid of death, so some greater nobles will specially recruit some tyrannical sharpshooters to fight in their place. Many tyrannical sharpshooters will be recruited by nobles for money, fame, and profit, and become dueling tools for those nobles. The gorgeous blonde girl with a noble bearing, Bridget, said indifferently, "That's enough. Claire and her sister are my prey. Don't touch them." Ivan took a deep look at the beautiful, lovely, and energetic Claire. Greed flashed in his eyes as he said, "Bridget, you can keep George and give Claire to me. How about it? I owe you one." Bridget said coldly, "They are my prey." Ivan frowned slightly and sighed slowly. A look of pity flashed across his eyes. Grand Duke Enk was one of the most powerful people in the Angeliman Federation. Ivan and Doppler's family background was slightly inferior to Bridget's. A cruel glint flashed through Bridget's eyes. She eerily smiled and ordered, "George, you actually dared to hit my men. Men, break his right hand." 6 burly men in black clothes rushed at Yang Feng at once. Ding dong. Analysis of the existential plane's origin will completed. A voice sounded in Yang Feng's sea of knowledge. The analysis speed is so fast, comparable to that of a warlock monarch. Amazing. Moreover, this place should be in the crevice between universes like the heart of eternity. With the information from the heart of eternity plane, I was able to analyze it so quickly. Yang Feng had a pensive look on his face, as if he was daydreaming. At the moment when the 6 burly men in black clothes rushed in front of Yang Feng, he raised his hand, and a black ray flashed past. The 6 burly men in black clothes exploded and turned into minced meat that sputtered and hit Bridget, Ivan, and Doppler. So disgusting, so disgusting. Ivan, who was insufferably arrogant and despotic a moment ago, turned pale with fright, trembled, and vomited. Drops of yellow liquid dripped from the chair he was sitting on. Complexion pale, Doppler let out an earth-shattering scream. Someone come quickly. Help me. Ah. The noble and elegant Bridget touched the minced meat on her face, then her complexion turned pale, and she let out an earth-shattering scream. Bang, bang, bang. From hidden corners of the building, 8 bodyguards with pistols emerged at once and fired at Yang Feng. Ding, ding, ding. When the metal bullets hit Yang Feng, they ricocheted and didn't even leave a white mark on his body. Monster! That's a monster! How is this possible? Humans, how can there be humans that bullets can't harm? This is impossible. Seeing this scene, the complexion of the 8 top gunmen changed dramatically, and they almost collapsed. Chapter 876. Bridget turned pale and screamed, "The Transcendent Church, you're a member of the Transcendent Church?" The corners of Yang Feng's mouth rose. The Transcendent Church? Interesting. Sure enough, people with high social status have far more information than ordinary people. The reason why those in a higher position appear to be more far-sighted than those in a lower position is that there is a huge information gap between them. Yang Feng, who is disguised as Edu, has no extraordinary power in his head. When Bridget saw the inhuman power Yang Feng displayed, she guessed his origin. This is the huge gap between the two. Yang Feng glanced at the 8 gunmen and said with a cold smile, "Your marksmanship is pretty good. I need a few lackeys to serve me. If you don't want to die, kneel." 3 of the 8 gunmen turned around and fled, abandoning their employer. The other 4 continued to shoot. One of them knelt on the ground, his knees buckled. Yang Feng's eyes shimmered with contempt, and he snorted coldly, "A bunch of ants, how foolish." The bodies of the 3 gunmen who turned around and fled swelled and exploded strangely. The bodies of the 4 gunmen who continued to shoot were cut into countless pieces, collapsed, and scattered, and blood flowed on the ground. When the remaining gunman saw his comrade die in such a strange and unimaginable way, he was so scared that he peed his pants. Yellow liquid flowed out from his pants. "Spare me, spare my worthless life. I am the only son of Earl Sean's." "Earl Sean? You want to kill me? Earl Sean won't let you off." Pale-faced, Ivan knelt on the ground, kowtowed to Yang Feng, and pleaded bitterly. Despite his pale face and fear in his eyes, Doppler still maintained the dignity of an aristocrat. "Heretic of the Transcendent Church, I am the first successor of Marquis Ron's family. If you dare to touch a hair of mine, my family will never let you off." Doppler's words have just fallen, when his body suddenly twisted, curled up like a fried dough twist, and exploded with a bang. Countless blood mist fragments scattered on the ground. Bridget is very quick-witted. Without the arrogance of a greater aristocrat, she prostrated on the ground humbly and kowtowed respectfully to Yang Feng. "Greetings, sir. I am willing to serve you, sir." This world was a bit similar to the world around the First World War on Earth, where Angelimann's flintlock corps ran amok. One by one, those martial artists fell under the volley of flintlocks. Tigers, lions, and leopards, the kings of beasts, could not even withstand a single blow from a gun. They were reduced to prey for humans. For the crystallized gun of human civilization to be ineffective against Yang Feng, a smart aristocrat like Bridget naturally knows how terrifying the person in front of her is. Even in the Transcendent Church and the Devil Church, only the top existences could be impenetrable by weapons and impervious to fire and water. Yang Feng swept Ivan with a glance and said lightly, "You're disgusting, So go to hell. No, 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 save me. A look of horror on his face, Ivan's body collapsed inch by inch. Finally, he screamed miserably and turned into a disgusting scarlet object, ending his sinful life. Bridget became even more afraid when she saw this scene, and she kowtowed again and again until her forehead broke. Yang Feng snapped his fingers, and dark blue flames suddenly emerged and enveloped the corpses in the room. Under the burning of the deep blue flames, all the bloodstains were completely incinerated. There is no longer any smell of blood in the room. It is so clean that it looks like it has just been cleaned. If it wasn't for Bridget prostrating on the ground and the frightened gunman, it would seem as if nothing had happened in the room. Young lady, what's going on? Why you like this? Suddenly, the head maid among the 20 maids in the room came to Bridget anxiously and tried to help her up. Claire pulled Yang Feng's clothes, her beautiful eyes flashed with incredulity, and she whispered, "Big brother Georges, what's going on? Why is senior sister Bridget prostrating on the ground?" As the head of the Rose Club, Bridget has a lofty status and controls the entire Rose Club from behind the scenes. Such a stunning beauty was actually prostrating on the ground and kowtowing to this side. It was simply unimaginable and unbelievable. Bridget looked at the anxious, mature, and charming head maid, and a creepy feeling welled up in her heart. Could it be that they didn't feel anything just now? Yang Feng smiled indifferently, walked to the chair Bridget was sitting on, sat down, and said flatly, "Recently, I like to keep pets. Bridget, be my pet." "Yes, master." Bridget is willing to be master's most obedient pet. Bridget got up, came to in front of Yang Feng, knelt beside him, and tried to imitate the expression of the girl she took in as a pet, trying her best to please Yang Feng. What's going on? What happened to Miss Bridget? Could it be that Miss Bridget fell in love with that man? But with Miss Bridget's pride, even if she fell in love with a man, she wouldn't do this. Dumbfounded, the 20 beautiful maids standing in the back couldn't believe their eyes. Bridget was the leader of the Rose Club. She had a powerful aura, and she had the demeanor of a queen. The maids have never seen her give a man a good look. She is a queen who is superior to men. Such a beautiful queen actually lowered her proud head to curry favor with Yang Feng, such a seemingly very ordinary boy. It was simply inconceivable. When the mature and beautiful head maid saw this scene, her face alternated between green and white. She wanted to rush up to protect Bridget, but she didn't dare to. As the precious granddaughter of Grand Duke Ankh, Bridget is doted on by Grand Duke Ankh. She is usually very strict, and no one dares to resist her. Claire's pretty face alternated between red and white, and she stood there blankly, not knowing what to do. This, big brother Georges, when did he become like this? When did he win Bridget's heart? Yang Feng ordered in an indisputable tone, "Claire, go to school first." Claire responded unconsciously, turned around, and walked outside. Yang Feng asked flatly, "What is the Transcendent Church?" There was a flash of surprise in Bridget's beautiful eyes, yet she still replied respectfully, "The Transcendent Church is a church that believes in the 3 transcendent monarchs. The 3 transcendent monarchs are the Vajra Transcendent, the goddess of the earth, and the 6-eyed Transcendent. According to legend, the Vajra Transcendent has the most powerful divine body. No spell can break his divine body. As long as the goddess of the earth is on earth, no attack can harm her. The 6 eyes of the 6-eyed Transcendent wield different divine authorities. Among them, 2 eyes wield the divine authorities of fire and ice respectively. The other 4 eyes wield divine authorities and have seen divine authorities are all dead. Below the 3 transcendent monarchs, there are 36 superior transcendent monarchs, 72 intermediate transcendent monarchs, and 608 lesser transcendent monarchs. The 36 superior transcendent monarchs are, Bridget carefully explained to Yang Feng the gods that the believers of the Transcendent Church believe in as well as the various authorities wielded by those gods. Yang Feng listened carefully, without the slightest impatience. In battle, the more information the enemy has, the more targeted the enemy will be. Fear comes only from the unknown. When the first hive came to the light of eternity plane, The reason why Yang Feng didn't destroy it at once, but chose to probe the limits of its power and various data. The first-hand data allowed him to fight the hive with ease and ease. The fleets under his command all focused their firepower on their respective targets. They would never waste their firepower on units that were difficult to kill. Yang Feng asked, "Can you contact the people of the Transcendent Church?" "I can." Bridget hesitated for a while, and then said, "However, the people of the Transcendent Church are eccentric and have strange abilities. When I meet them, I hope that you can be by my side, Master." Bridget has seen some people of the Transcendent Church before. Although they have some extraordinary powers, but they are also ordinary and can be killed by gunmen. But after seeing how terrifying Yang Feng is, Bridget is suddenly filled with fear of these mysterious existences. Yang Feng extended his index finger, and countless runes floated, converged on his fingertip, and formed a crystal necklace. He revealed a strange smile and said, "Put on this crystal necklace. In this way, you will be under my protection at all times. The spells of those people can't hurt you." Bridget hesitated for a while, then looked at Yang Feng with an enigmatic smile on his face. When she thought of Ivan and Doppler, who collapsed without warning, she gritted her teeth and put the crystal necklace formed from runes on her neck. As soon as Bridget put on the crystal necklace, she felt an endless stream of power gushing out from the crystal necklace, transforming and strengthening her body, making her body stronger with every passing moment. She was pleasantly surprised. Infinity Warlocks, known as Infinity Warlocks, are first-rate powerhouses in all planes of the universe. They can easily change the fate of an ordinary person with a raise of their hand. Those gods could use God's blessings to give permanent blessings to mortals they liked, making ordinary mortals incomparably powerful in an instant. Infinity Warlocks can also make ordinary people they fancy instantly powerful through spells. You're tuning in to the Passion Pages YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.